Dan who? Wanna talk some toys? Let's start now. You know the show starts when the man says pow. Dan who? Brandon, man so handsome. Want Marvel Legends and you know who has them. Tune in, it's 8 o'clock. Makes you wanna buy toys so you hate to watch. It's on a Thursday, it can change like that though. Got no money left cause I gave it all to Hasbro. Enjoy the show. Haha. Okay. Dan who? Wanna talk some toys? Let's start now. You know the show starts when the man says pow. Dan who? Brand. Pow! And welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And happy Thursday. I mean Thanksgiving to the American friends. And you know I'm a sucker for traditions, okay? So that means traditions are not going to die on this channel. It is the third Thanksgiving we have done a live stream. So you know we needed to bring the man we call Laser Trousers back. I'm sure you know of him. I'm sure you have seen him. But he is back once more with, of course, the super producer and Hero Collections. Let me press some buttons. It's been a while since we had 4 on this screen, but they are all here. Ladies and gentlemen, Rich, Brandon, and Sir Laser Trousers.
Yo.
What's the proper greeting? There you go. That's it. There you go. That's it. A king now, by the way. We got a king now. Things have changed. Since last time you were here, we had a queen. Now we got a king.
Are you talking about Brandon?
No. No,
the actual king.
The royalty.
Oh, right. Monarchy. Okay.
I was just making sure. I'm just keeping you up to date with the UK vibes. It's been a whole year, so I'm assuming you haven't seen anything. Tony, thank you very much for the super chat there. The whiskey, the there you go. I can do all that. The turkey and the pie. Thank you very much. So let's just jump straight into to the Thanksgivingness of the world. So it's Thanksgiving for you. It's a Thursday for us. How do you spend your Thursday? What's your standard Thanksgiving? For the last 3 years, you've been joining us, which is a complete treat. So thank you very much. But other than our nonsense, what's the Thanksgiving day for you like?
I'm thankful for alcohol. I'm drinking all day.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for hate and hating.
Of course.
I'm thankful. Yeah. Hasbro gives me plenty to hate, so I'm very thankful for that.
It's the yin and the yang.
Yeah.
You can't have
That's about
good,
it.
You can't have good without the bad. It's like black and white, hell and heaven. There's always a polar opposite, and the opposite of hate is good. The opposite of negativity is positivity. And I like that we've found either end of the spectrum here. But I'm thankful for you being here today.
Are you saying I'm on the spectrum?
We're all on the spectrum.
Oh.
Everybody.
You more so than me.
Honestly, we are all on the spectrum. Everyone is on the spectrum to some degree. It's just where do we fall? But Rich, how are you doing? You're on the spectrum, right?
Yeah, somewhere on it. Who knows?
Look, we're all on the spectrum. Yeah. I don't mean to break character, but we are all on the spectrum. Who's the perfect person? Exactly. Okay.
Oh,
that was the rhetorical.
Yeah,
rhetorical.
Sorry.
Rhetorical.
I have to apologize to Rich.
Go on.
On the 3POA podcast, I referred to him as being Scottish.
What?
I've been called worse. Don't worry.
But apparently, Tony corrected me. Apparently, you're Welsh.
Yeah, Wales.
I can't tell the difference.
Did you not watch the US versus Wales game? The World Cup.
Soccer.
Okay.
Oh, you're not watching the World Cup? Oh, no. UK play USA tomorrow, by the way. 7 p.m. UK versus USA.
No, not watching.
Okay.
Soccer.
Brazil are playing right now, so if someone in the chat can keep me updated on the Brazil game, that would be great. But Brandon, how are you, my friend?
Good, thank you, bro. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Happy Thursday.
You've got family in the US, right? Do they care about the World Cup?
When the US is playing, yeah, they tune in. But other than that, not really.
And you're not too bothered either yourself, are you?
No,
Okay.
no. It's not my chosen sport.
What is your chosen sport?
So, rugby, if anything.
Rugby. I don't even know the rules of rugby. To be fair, Richie's Welsh. She probably agrees with you there. Rugby. What are you saying? Rugby or football?
Rugby.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But
It's like a much more brutal
I'm
football,
Welsh.
right?
I'm Welsh
Yeah.
at heart.
Clearly, yeah. I think my name is Welsh. Williams is a Welsh name. So I think if you go back further enough in my lineage, there's Welsh. But yeah, you're right. It is more brutal. It's American football without... That's what they say. Their stereotype is American football without all the padding, but I'm sure it's a lot more technical than that. But my only argument with football is they call it football. And it's like, you have a kick at. But I was talking... Go on.
I'd like to explain that
Go on.
because so we're not on the metric system here.
Okay.
The football is a foot long.
Is it really a foot long?
Yeah,
It's a foot ball.
12 inches.
Do you know what? No one's ever in my lifetime broke it down to me like a foot long ball. I
Yeah.
like it. That's the best reason anyone's ever gave it for being. And it's an American sport. American football now makes so much more sense to me. Why has no one ever broke it down to me like that before? Ever in my life.
I'm the smartest American you've ever had on your show.
Clearly, as I
Yeah,
said.
that's what it is.
So lazy trousers around these ways. But happy Thanksgiving to everybody and all. Thank you to everyone who's in the chat already. As I said, today's topic isn't really much of a topic. It's we get treated with the presence of Sir Lazy Trousers. We're going to talk some new toys, and then we're just going to do a little bit of little holiday shopping, season shopping. See if we can find any discounts and any decent sales for the people. Because I've been looking. I know Rich has, and we might have found a few, but are they any good or not? That's for you guys to decide. Phil, and Hill Phones in the chat says it's still 0-0. Let me know if Brazil score. I'm very curious. Mike Hex says, RIP Dorkside Toys, whether it's true or not, the writing is on the wall, and they still haven't shipped my Skrull Venom, and they don't take PayPal anymore. Yeah, I've seen some things going around, but I've never dealt with Dorkside.
Oh, wait.
all.
Hold on, because I have a null, like a split. You know how they sometimes split 2 packs?
Yeah.
I have a null on pre-order with Dorkside Toys for like $25.
Yeah,
And I've held
apparently-
off for so long on getting anything else. Like getting null here, for example, because of that.
Go on.
I may or may not know something about Dorkside.
Share, if you can.
And
Fill out.
Mike Heck says whether it's true or not. I don't know what I'll just say it's true.
Okay, yeah, okay. Brandon,
Dorkside's done.
that was a nice $25 you had once.
But no, they don't charge till they ship, so your
Yeah,
money's
so-
fine.
Okay.
You're just
Oh, okay.
you're not going to
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
figure.
Speaking of which, then I'll probably pull the trigger on the Pulse sale, I think.
And we will
Well,
get
Luckily
there you go.
for Action Force fans, they're shipping out that what's it, special deployment wave right now. So a lot of Action Force fans were like, "Oh no, I'm not going to get." No, they're shipping them out right now. They ship mine. Mine
Yeah,
is on the way.
I've got
so.
Valiverse up on my list. I've seen they're doing a sale today as well, so we can talk about that. But let me just say do the housekeeping, and then have a quick word with Brandon, because Brandon's got to get out of here. So let me do the housekeeping real quick for people. So everyone in the chat, thank you very much. You know I appreciate you. Let me get the graphics up. So go and watch all the other live streams on the channel: Legends and Liquor, Turtles and Tea, Jokes and Juice. And I do want to say that Saturday, so this coming Saturday, the 26th, I believe, I am going to be doing an inner circle. Amanda's not in, so I can go a little bit later than usual. So I'm going to do a channel members only live stream on Saturday night. Now this will be available for everybody to watch, but it will be channel members only to jump in just for a one-off Saturday. So I'll be doing that this Saturday, okay, the 26th. So if you are a channel member at any level at this point, you can get involved for our special occasion inner circle that I don't do too often, but that's what we're doing this Saturday. All right, so I've got some stuff to give away, sort of celebration for hitting 20k. All right, so I appreciate you. But other than that, watch everything else on the channel, and shout out to Paul McCarthy, who I always call Paul McCartney, but it's Paul McCarthy, for showing some love and becoming a channel member today. Thank you very much, Paul. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And if you do want to support the channel, you can do so. £4 or $4. Friday, we'll read out your super chat. This is the part where I have to awkwardly interrupt my guests. But LaserPants might have taught me a trick to get this to work, so maybe I'll figure it out for next time. But £4 or $4. Friday, we'll read your super chat out loud. All right, interrupt the show. Tell us where you're finding those bargains. Where are those sales today? We We need to know. And of course, hit that join button. We appreciate you so much. So all good. But yeah, Saturday's the date you want to remember if you want to get involved with all of that. So Brandon, let's start with you. We're starting with some new toys. I've got a little pile here I want to show off, but I know you got to get out of here. So you got anything new for us? Okay.
Yes, this came in yesterday. So I haven't opened them yet, but I probably will do this weekend. I'm very excited about this. Yeah, I think he looks great. Like just by looking at the back, I think I saw that Phil got his. I saw that Rich got his. Yeah, this was a much needed update for Cyclops, I think. So I'm really excited.
In regards to the VHS line, how many did you get in the end? Because that's the 8th one.
So I'm 3 out of 8 so far. I think I got Wolverine for the accessories, Storm for the head sculpt, and this is 4 out of 8.
You got Morph.
I got Morph as well. Yeah, Morph as well. Yeah. So Morph and Cyclops were the only ones that I kind of got the figures for the figure itself. The others was mainly just accessories. So
I think you got the best
really
for.
excited about
just
this one.
Thinking quickly, I think you got the best for.
The only other one I'm tempted to backtrack for is Jubilee for that head sculpt with the sculpted sunglasses.
Yeah.
That came with the 2014 figure. And I am kind of tempted about Jean, but
Jelly Leg Jean.
I just don't think it's worth it. Yeah, that's it.
Jean's probably the worst one, annoyingly. But if you're just collecting them because you want them all to be in the cell shading element, then you're gonna. It's annoying because she completes that Trinity, but she is a terrible figure.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I was gonna ask, are you gonna have like a partial team that's cell shaded? Are you gonna take the cell shading off like Robo from the Fwoosh did?
No, I think probably just keep it as a cell shaded team. I think the main thing is I feel like when X-Men 97 drops, at that point I'll probably kick myself for not having got all of them, because that's when moments and cool scenes will start to come out that it's like, damn, I wish I could recreate that with all the cell shading figures. But I think for me, I'm just picking and choosing. Just depending on the quality of the figure. But I don't mind the cell shading so much. I don't notice it as much as I think I would, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I've sort of I got on board. I didn't like the cell shading at first, but like LaserPants just said, I've went for a separate section. I've literally put a separate shelf up, and they're on the separate display. And I'm trying to display the boxes with them, but I've got a whole animated shelf up there.
Yeah.
Now. I don't want to mix my cell shading with my comic figures. I do think you can get away with it, but again, not for me personally. But there you go. Rich, what did you do with the VHS? You got all 8.
Yeah, so I've just got like in the middle of my like X-Men shelf, I've just got the VHSs as well. Nice. So they were on like their own little stand type of thing, and then the rest of the figures around them. Nice.
Cyclops good. You've got him open there.
Yeah, I think like probably the best of all the cell shaded figures. I mean, I think they're definitely going to re-release this at some point, like in the main line, because like this body is like it's all sculpted. It's, like the straps don't get caught or anything. It's like no matter where you move in, like, it doesn't break.
Yeah,
they've sculpted it all the way, and it is like compared to the Wolverine as well. So it's taller than that one. So it's kind of like in scale as well. So I think this is I think if like Robo obviously got a video after getting how to get rid of the cell shading, but I think at some point they're probably going to re-release this as well, because I can't see them doing all this new sculpting just for this one release. I think we're going to see it again at some point.
Mini Plastic Multiverse in the chat says, damn it, missed the Cyclops, sold out already on Pulse. So that went today, maybe.
Rich, does he have, how many hands does he have?
I think, is it 3 extras or 4 extra?
Okay. Because I forgot to check, but I was hoping that he has 2 fists and 2 like trigger finger hands.
That's the one, like he presses his visor.
Yeah,
that's that one. And I think he's got another 2 in there as well. So he's got 2 fisted hands, and I think it's 2 gripping hands. I'm not too sure because it's like over there. I can't go and fetch it.
LaserPants,
open the box.
What about you with the VHS? Have you dabbled in the VHS line? Or interested by any of it?
Not really, but I mean, I had to pick up Morph.
Yeah.
And I actually picked up the Wolverine too, just because I really like that head sculpt.
Yeah.
Which was, they're like $30, which is a lot to pay for a head sculpt, but I'm a moron.
Yeah, no.
So-
So we are. You're in a safe place. Don't worry. We all are.
Okay.
Wolverine is still probably one of the better Wolverines. It's just, again, it's the cell shading gimmick. And Morph is the only new character we got in that line as well. So, yeah, I think a lot of people went in just on Morph just to add to their regular shelf. But I've seen lots of people taking the cell shading off. But like Rich said, I think some of the characters are going to get re-released again without the cell shading, especially that Cyclops. Which
Of course, and I'll be kicking myself when they release a Morph without the cell shading.
Yeah. Have you took it off? You took the cell shading off yours?
I plan to. I have
okay.
not done that yet. Yeah.
There you go. Just hold on. Maybe it'll come out next year. Who knows?
I love when I spend $30 on a figure that's a project. It's like, oh, this is awesome. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm terrible. I don't like customizing my figures. I try avoiding it. But Brandon,
I mean, I was being sarcastic. It's kind of it sucks. But I mean, I do like customizing stuff, but it's just like, just give me a regular Morph, which they're going to, but I'm impatient, so I drop my money on it.
I always feel like I'm just devaluing stuff if I try customizing stuff because I ain't got the skill for that at all. So I leave them alone. Anything else, Brandon?
No, just that from me. I think Daredevil is likely on his way at some point. I held off on that for a while because I'm only getting it for Daredevil, and I didn't want to spend £80 just on Daredevil. But I'm hoping that someone will take Bullseye and Elektra off my hands. So if you're in the UK,
Okay.
and you'd like Bullseye and you'd like Elektra, then let me know.
Yeah.
Because I am shipping them off to the highest bidder ASAP.
Speak to your good friend Edward Bay. He might be able to help you out with those two.
Yeah, or him. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
All right, nice one. Brant, I know you got
Cool.
family stuff, so I don't want to linger, but
Yes,
I wanted you to pop
absolutely.
in. So tell the people where they can find you online. The streak continues, my friend. 120
Yes.
weeks. Ridiculous.
There you go.
But we got nothing to do on a Thursday night, so that's what happens.
Exactly. This is the best thing to do on a Thursday night. But yes, I will catch you guys next week. Hero Collections on Instagram as always. Got some Tommy tributes going up this weekend, and then some Chadwick tributes early next week. So
Perfect.
yeah,
Nice one.
stay tuned.
And just to give you some hope before you go, Mini Plastic Multiverse said he just sold his Elektra for £32.
Yes, and actually shout out to Mini Plastic Multiverse because he's the one that pushed me over the edge when it came to Daredevil. So he enabled me hard. He sent me some pictures this morning of posed up Daredevil, and I just was like, okay, I can't say no to that. So shout out to Tom.
All right, nice one.
And yeah,
All right,
I'll catch you guys soon.
nice one.
Have a good one.
See you in a bit. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, let me press some buttons.
Dan, you said something about 120? What?
Yeah, 120 episodes. Right, there you go. 3 of us now. Then there were 3. Yeah, 120 weeks in a row. So I haven't missed a week of live streaming in 120 weeks, which is...
That's a lot.
Yeah, we're in year 3. So we've sometimes changed the day, depending on the... I don't know if there's relevant... If the missus allows me to be completely honest. That's the only reason I changed the day. But yeah.
So like, your philosophy is quantity over quality. Kind of like Marvel Legends.
I see what you did there. I like when it comes to no. I like quality.
Well, that's why you had me on.
Exactly. There you go. See, there you go. Quality, easy. But consistency. I think consistency is king in some regards. But the quality's got to be there as well. You can't just always be there and be naff. So we shall see.
Oh, come on.
But we're good. Let me scroll up. Let me see what's going on. Thirsty for Chicken says, that's better. I got my missing badge. Thank you very much, Thirsty for Chicken. Someone get that man some chicken. It is Thanksgiving, so surely you have options for turkey. Thirsty for turkey, are you? Someone can help you out, but I see you, Nick. Thank you very much. Jay's Toys Collection UK says, nice to see Sir Lazy Trousers. I've heard rumours he is the owner of a Bratz car, and he is in the commercial. Better check the trunk for a desert rat. There it is. It took how long have we been streaming for? It took 10 minutes and it's out already. There it is.
Listen. In my Bratz car, Desert Rat writes bitch. Okay, right there. See that?
I can see.
That's me. Yeah.
I like his tank top as well. It's clearly hot wherever you're driving.
He's my gunman. Yeah, thanks, Jay. Nice to see you too, man.
Yeah,
Jay's Toy Collection UK. Yeah.
Yeah, Jay's a good lad. Jay's a good lad. But
I
no,
like him.
No, it is good. It is good. We don't really, because I do Legends of Licking now. We don't really have many guests on a Thursday stream now. Rich sort of filled that void for us, and people are here to see Rich now, and I'm just a sideshow. I'm just the host to Rich's show, to be honest. So it is good to mix it up on a Thursday. But yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm here to see Rich.
Exactly. See, I know. So the chat. I see the Rich emojis all the time. I know. I love Rich as well. I get it. I understand. But all right,
I'm here to see you too, Dan.
I appreciate it. But you're our guest.
No, I'm not Rich. No, I'm not. I'm here for you, Rich.
I can still hear that, you know.
Sorry.
Yeah, this. Never mind.
I thought if I leaned in towards Rich, it would.
And it was the eye contact. You thought if you look at him, he can hear you. But there you go. Jay's loving us back in the chat.
I can barely see anything, even with these on, man. So.
Let me say hello to some people in the chat, and then we'll ask Laser Trousers what he's been spending his money on. Let me get the chat real quick. Okay, if you're in the chat, if you're lurking, let me know. Appreciate you being here on a Thursday afternoon, especially on Thanksgiving as well. We know everyone's got busy things planned, especially my American friends. If you're in the UK, you got no excuse. It's just normal Thursday, unless you're watching the Brazil game. Then I'll let you off. But yeah, if you're lurking, let me know. Let me say hello to you right now, and then you can continue lurking. So who we got? Okay, so I've seen Thirsty for Turkey. Here's in the chat. Greg Finstad, the Irrelevant Hulk. Of course, we've got Jay's Toys Collection UK. Hill Phones. He could be Phil Jones. I don't know. He's a mysterious man. California Red Devil. His favourite turtle is Donatello. Don't let him tell you otherwise. Mini Plastic Multiverses are called there. Maverick 5 UK Northern Nomad says, "Hey Sir Lace Trousers, are you ever on Wade Stream's Unparalleled Universe? Are you ever on? Or have you been on? Maybe he's
like on the stream with him.
I guess that's what he's asking. You've been on
has
before.
He invited me on this? No.
You've never been on Wade Stream? Ah, beef.
No, he doesn't like me.
There's beef there for sure.
Like I know. Well, he likes to, make people think it's a joke, but he literally doesn't like me, and that's okay.
Oh, so I'm sure that isn't true.
That's okay.
But okay, who else we got? Cleaver, I can't read. Ammo to Go, Mike Hex, STM Figures, Shavin, Tariq, Daryl, Big Will 2K99, who is now Pixels and Plastic on Instagram. Okay, so Big Will, who's been watching since the get-go, he's now just Pixel and Plastic on Instagram. Rich, what's that Welsh name that I never say right? It's underneath Big Will in the chat.
Derry Rowlands?
Derry. Is that just Derry?
Derry.
Yeah. Derry Rowlands.
It's the Welsh version of David.
Welsh
okay. David.
Okay, I do apologise. Channel member, I appreciate you, but I'm terrible with reading. So that Spectrum I was on about, I'm on the low end. Eddie.
Is Established Titles one of your sponsors?
No.
Just wondering. Can I buy like a foot of land in Wales or something and become a lord?
I think you can.
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah, you can.
You can buy like a couple of meters. And then
and in
like anywhere in the UK, I think you can do that. Yeah,
there are websites you can go and buy a little piece of land and like officially call yourself lord because of it.
I already do officially. It's one of my pronouns. So.
Cheeky Monkey Kiara says, "I hope you all haven't been encouraging Jay to buy Black Friday stuff." No, Jay's been good. Jay's not been spending anything. To be fair, he's avoided the WhatsApp, the Instagram groups today. Definitely not spent any money. Have you, Jay? All right, that worked, right?
It hasn't been the greatest
I know.
Black Friday though. To be fair, of it. I mean, I think last year we had a lot more deals than this year. It's a bit poor picking so far.
Yeah, we'll get into it. Curtis Randalls, thank you very much. Power the Rich M emojis. I told you, people are here for Rich. Mr. Odd Williams, there's my Welsh variant. Daniel Ortiz. Craig Smith says, "Hey guys, hey, how you doing?" And Dowie, yeah, I'm saying that right.
Dowie.
Can't I just say Rollins?
Dowie.
Mr. Rollins.
Mr.
Yeah,
Rollins.
say Mr. Rollins.
Yes, there you go. Easy. Right, we appreciate you. Thank you very much. Right, now let's go to Laser Trousers. Have you got some pickups for us? What have you been spending your money on?
I do, yeah. I got in the Inner Demons.
Nice.
Now I got two of them. So apparently, Todd and Don. I talked to Todd and Dante, and they pre-ordered them at full price, which was like $50 each.
Yeah.
I guess the day they shipped them out to their pre-orders, they also put them on clearance for $40 each. So I got two sets for $10 off each. I was very happy with that.
Nice. I know Christopher Allen, who was on Legends of Liquor, he did the same, but then returned the two he brought at full price and brought them back at the discounted price. Yeah,
that's smart. Yeah. And then I got another Dark Trooper because Target was having a sale.
The Black
That's
Series
a store
ones.
over here.
The Black Series ones, 6-inch ones.
Yes. Oh yeah, always.
How many of them you got?
This is the 6th.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm good there. I'm good at 6. And then, I got a Bratz car.
Every week, you should. Oh, you really did.
Like legit, they make these. I think they sell these at Target. I got mine on Mercari. Like, here's the box. And like if you bought the Bratz car on Amazon, like the modern one, not the vintage one, it comes in a box just like this, and it looks just like that, right? It goes in the box.
So it's like a mini brands thing.
Yeah, it's the same company. It's MGA. Is the name of the company that makes them.
I've seen
them. Have they reached out for sponsorship yet? Or...
I have not heard back. I think they're a little creeped out by me. Most people are, which is fine. It's weird.
Yeah, you shouldn't have.
But yeah,
they seen the advert. They were very confused. They were like, "We don't remember this bit." But
look, I know we haven't got to it yet, but the Bratz car was $22 for today on Amazon for Black Friday, and they sold out.
Indeed,
that's because of me. I'm selling Bratz cars for them for free.
No one is here to challenge that. That is for sure. No one is here to challenge that.
If only Hasbro made the Bratz car, I'd get them for free like you do.
Everything.
Stacks.
Everything's free.
Man.
Everything is free.
You got to talk to the brand team.
Yep.
I want to talk to the Bratz brand team. That's what I want to do.
I would have talked to them if they were there. I would have said to them, "Do you know LASERPANTS, aka so laser trousers?" I would have asked them.
Then okay, yes, he's on
of course.
Restraining order. Yeah.
But unfortunately they weren't there. But I would have for sure. Thank you to the people coming in late. I see you, Kev, even in all UK here. Indeed, thank you. And again, keep me updated on the Brazil score, Hill phones. I need to know. I've got a little cheeky bet on. Okay, anything else apart from the little mini Bratz car?
I don't think I've gotten anything else. No, that's it.
Well, let me ask you a question then, because it's been a year since you've been on. So, in regards to, we always like having these type of questions because a year's a long time for people's collecting habits to change. So, within the year, the last time you've been on, let's say no one's seen you since the last time you're on here. I'm sure they have, but let's say they haven't. What has changed in your collector habits? I think last time you probably weren't in that room, right? Or were you just in that room? Just moved down there, maybe.
Yeah. I've been in this room for like a year.
Yeah.
Like almost 13 months because it was early November. I came down
Definitely
here
looks
my first
more lit and full now for sure.
Yeah, adding on. And what has changed with I buy less. I buy a lot less. I've gotten out of lines. Almost like Mezco's Rumble Society. I loved it. I still do. I love the stuff I have. If they put out something that interests me, again, I will get it. I actually did get that Union Gomez, but I passed on a lot of other stuff.
Is that the one with the worker's helmet and?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a steel worker. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a steel worker Gomez. I'm like, I have to get that. But I passed on their magic dude. I forget his name, but he's got like kind of the skull face and the flaming head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I passed on him. Yeah, I passed on everything except for that Union Gomez. And I've cut way back on Marvel Legends. I've pretty much stopped with Power Rangers. I think the last thing I got for Power Rangers was this.
The Zord. Is that good? Is that the Zap Zord?
It's not. No, it's not good.
Because I've got it in like 2 baskets and I haven't pulled the trigger yet. Like, because I don't hear good things, but I need a Zord in my collection.
When you look at this,
it looks good. Oh, cool. It does look good through the screen, yeah.
But does it look like a guy in a suit?
No.
This is more of a like comic book look for the Zord.
Yeah.
I would like the more like stout, chubbier looking guy in the suit from the actual Super Sentai, right?
I get you.
And also for the price. Now I got this on sale. I had it pre-ordered, canceled it because I just decided I didn't need it. It was 169 American, I think.
Yeah, it's pricey.
But it was too expensive, so I canceled it. And then same with the Mr. Negative 2-pack. They shipped it out, and then GameStop immediately put it on sale for like 120. So I picked it up. Even at 120, to me, it still feels very hollow, very kind of cheap. It doesn't feel like a robust. I don't know.
Is it just like can you like separate it or not? It's just all stuck like that forever, is it? Or
oh no, you can separate each individual Zord.
Yeah.
And have them in Zord mode. You know, the tiger and the mastodon, all that. But that's the last thing I got, and I feel like I'm complete with Lightning Collection.
You're a Zordon era guy though, right? The first couple of seasons, like similar to me, yeah.
That and some of the Boom comics, but I just got Draken and some of his minions, like the Psycho Pink Ranger, or not Psycho Pink Ranger, but the
Ranger Slayer.
Ranger Slayer, yep. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing else I need, and I'm glad I got the Green and White Ranger because I can imagine the prices on those are going up.
Yeah, that was terrible news because
absolutely.
Yeah, that's one of those. I was saying it on Legends of Liquor. There's no positive spin you can put on that news at all. But yeah, no. The toy community always reacts in that type of way. Unfortunately, because everyone just gets the FOMO. I understand having one in that representation, but it shouldn't take someone to pass away to people to jump and try and find it. You know, like. But I'm
it's
like,
opportunists.
Yeah,
you
know, I know.
And it will die down. If you wanted the Green Ranger, you don't have it. Just wait. I think it'll come down, and Hasbro will do another one, even though Lightning Collection is taking a break.
Yeah, he was.
We're not gonna.
He was 4 Rangers, I think, and we've had 3 of them. He was white and green, which we've had. He was the Reds in Zeo, and he was the Black Ranger. Is it Dino Thunder? It could be Dino Thunder.
Dino Thunder, yeah. And he was the Red Turbo. They haven't released either.
Turbo, of course. Okay, so there's 2 more Tommies to release, and I'm sure they will be sound like hotcakes when they do. But for me, like, they're 2 teams that I am buying anyway because of like someone like Tommy being involved with them. So, but yeah, I'm with you on LaserPants in regards to the Power Ranger stuff. I've gone Zordon era, and I've got my teams, all of them, even the 6 Ranger for all the teams. I just need a Zord, and then I'll get any bad guys. Do you know any villains that come out from that era? So I think
I would probably still pick up monsters. They would really pull me back in if they did non-morphed Rangers from MMPR.
Yeah,
and Bulk and Skull.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I would grab those. Do
you know like the Cantina? Do you know the Cantina exclusive that we got from Hasbro last year, where you got the 2 alien thugs and Obi-Wan at the little bar set up?
Yeah, it's like 25% of the bar. And,
so I would love something like that with the juice bar and Bulk and Skull type thing.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I'd take it. And that'll probably be like they'll probably stick those in a box set, for a con. As well as the non-morphed Rangers, I imagine that will be like some sort of exclusive because I don't think they'd have faith that it would sell at retail very well.
They've never done like a Bulk and Skull figure, have they ever? No. Like in any lines, it's like. I think that would be one they would go to
it's
now.
very a Western thing, isn't it? Bulk and Skull weren't in the original Sentai, so all the toys are based off the Sentai product, so it's a very Western world thing. But no, we'd buy it for sure. What was I going to say then? I forgot what I was going to say.
No, I mean, anyway, G.I. Joe I pick and choose. Black Series I only buy original trilogy, and now they're doing expanded universe stuff, pre-Disney era. I still collect some of those. But yeah, it's just been a light year, and I've actually enjoyed it more.
Yeah,
buying less,
more selective. Yeah, for sure.
More selective, enjoying what I already have, and the few things I pick up. Although my wife would disagree that I bought less because it seems like there's always packages coming to the house, but
yeah, I do think just times are changing in general, and like people do genuinely have to be more picky. Like. We're just toy collectors, and if we see something cool and we get a little bit itchy, and we're like, oh, we just want to get hands on it. But now you just got to hold your horses and be a little bit more selective, like you said.
Right. And, it seems like right now we're seeing a lot of stuff go to clearance. But I think companies like Hasbro are adjusting, and production runs are going to get smaller because the customer base is shrinking because they're priced out. and people had extra money during the pandemic. They were getting free checks from the government, and that's dried up. And I think they have less disposable income, so there's going to be less customers for these collector's items, and so they're going to switch to lower production runs, and it might be more challenging, a little more scarce. It's the complaint was always there that things were scarce and hard to get at retail, but I feel like 2021 it was all pretty easy for me. 2022 were very easy. I think we might get back into the things are harder to find at retail now.
Yeah, it's different. It's a different buying experience for us over here. Like some things are easy for us to get; they're everywhere. But we don't really have that retail shopping experience. Yes, there are shops, but I think a lot of collectors in the UK just buy online because we do have a lot of independent stores that are pretty good to us. But going back to the point about like we've had this conversation recently on the channel about waiting for a sale. Like people liking the idea of stuff, but don't like the price of it. So they're like, okay, I'm just going to wait for a sale. But I always feel like that game is tricky because, like you said, shorter production runs, sort of exclusives, sometimes they come and they go. So if you really, really want something and don't want to miss out on it in your collection, I sometimes feel it is better to just bite the bullet and buy it at retail. Because if you wait it out for a sale, then it never goes on sale and then disappears from the shelves, then you're going to be paying more than retail to get it on the aftermarket anyway. Do you know, like, so it's a tricky game. It's a tricky game.
I think that we should just be more content with not having something or trusting that it'll be released again. I mean,
it's easy saying that, isn't
especially that it's going to be released again if you can just wait. Of course, I mean, I get suckered into buying stuff right away, still.
This is what I'm saying. It's easy to say that out loud, but you're talking to collectors, ain't you? Like, it's part of our mentality. Like, we see it, we want it, like, and then we're like, okay, now what's next? It's like forever trying to feed that sort of hunger in us. It's hard to break it for sure.
As far as waiting for sales, like if the production runs are smaller, if our brick and mortar here are getting less, places like Dorkside disappearing, probably GameStop, I would say within a year may disappear. There's gonna be less options for us. We're not gonna be seeing those sales. Hasbro Pulse will take more and more of the market share of product going out, and they don't do sales very often.
100%. And as I said, like especially in the UK, with them taking hold of like G.I. Joe Classified is now a Hasbro Pulse exclusive line. We won't have any other option apart from to buy from Pulse and wait for them to go on sale. But most things sell out really quick anyway. So yeah, it's tricky. It's a tricky game. Everything's a bit of a gamble. So that's what I'm saying. Go on.
Oh, I was going to say it almost seems like part of their goal. In that investors call, they want to increase profits, right? They had record profits. They want to increase profits. That's really easy to do when you're selling direct to consumer, right? Mm-hmm. There's more profit in that.
Joe's makes sense for them to do it as well from a business. Not that I agree with it or like it, but from a business perspective, it's the smaller brand that they own completely with the IP, etc., where they need the other brands like the Marvels and the Star Wars to still be in the wider scale, very accessible to get because they're the big IPs that people know. So I can see it happening to other smaller brands that they also own. Like Joe's is the first, I think, of them going in that direction, especially in the smaller markets like the UK and Europe.
I feel like Joe's going exclusive to Pulse UK is just let's see how this works. Yeah, and I think we're going to see that a lot more. And it hasn't happened in the US. And I know if you go in one of the Joe Facebook groups, everyone will yell at you if you say, "Hey, it could happen here." I think it's kind of a testing ground. I would not be surprised if certain lines or a lot more stuff goes Pulse exclusive, including in the US.
Yeah, like you said, it's testing grounds. But I think the advantage that the US has is that they do those deals with the targets, and like just think the whole Viper Island, and I know it was an absolute fail for people to get that stuff, but that's the deals they make with these bigger stores. Where in the UK they can't make those deals because we're so small. So I do think those exclusive deals with the Targets of the world will probably help keep the Joe line out there for people to get. Granted, very, 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 very late, but those little exclusive pockets mean they have to keep it out wide. But in regards to Joe's, real quick, just a general question. This year, obviously, Action Forces exploded in the last year in regards to now the train's rolling as in new wave. Mm-hmm. Do you mix your Classified with Joe's? Like, you speak to Bobby every week, like, because I do, like,
every day.
Yeah,
he won't leave me alone.
Yeah, well,
every day call. Yeah, Ryan,
I
saw you on Dan Who. You were great. Oh my God!
I'm sure he watches.
Send me a signed picture.
Hello,
Ryan.
He doesn't watch
Hello,
Dan
Bobby.
Who,
Hello,
come
Bobby.
on.
I know he doesn't. I know he doesn't watch. But he can say anything. He wouldn't watch. But my point is, do you mix your classified with Joe's? Like, genuine question, in your collection, or is it like two separate entities for you?
Yeah, for me it is, because I don't have a lot of Joe nostalgia. You know, I do somewhat for the toys, but as a kid, I never really watched the cartoon. I think I've seen the movie. Like, I don't really remember much. I think it started off they were out like in the Arctic or the snow or something. So I don't have a lot of attachment to the G.I. Joe brand outside of the figures, and I had a very select few as a kid. But I think Classified is doing really well. I like the line, but yeah, for me it's two different IPs. So my Action Force is on top of the Detolfs behind me, and my G.I. Joe is above my monitors there. You can't see it on camera.
It's weird you say that, because for us in the UK, we have the like attachment to the Action Force name, but
Sure.
the characters are in the Joe line, if you know what I mean. Like, for us, all those G.I. Joe characters that are all familiar, they for us were under the banner of Action Force. But
some of my favorite figures as a kid, like, they've only made 2 of them so far. One was the Cobra Viper, which was super hard to find here, and then the other is Outback, and they've done the Tiger Force version.
Yeah.
We're waiting on the OG look. Some of my favorite Joes are I'll be very surprised if they ever get to, like, Night Creeper Leader, Bushido.
they're going down there's a big list now, like a big list of figures they're meant to be making next year. So
Yeah, I mean, maybe one day they'll get to it, but
did you get?
yeah,
Did you get his tank?
No,
Okay.
no, I just have, I have no attachment to the his tank. I understand why everyone wanted it, especially if you were super into Joe back in the day, and it looks really cool. But $300, that's not a little bit of money, and for something that I'd rather wait and see who could do like a realistic tank, because I would much prefer something like that.
Yeah, the Joes are getting battered right now. If you literally look at what the Cobra army have compared to the Joes,
I know
the Joes are just getting battered. So yeah, more vehicles are needed for sure.
I would like an army builder for the Joes. I mean, I have like 8 Vipers, I have 8 Troopers, I have like 10 Bats. I would like an army builder for the Joe side.
We'll come back round to Joe's, because I've actually got some of them on our Black Friday sales. Because
okay.
So by the way, in the chat, people, what I've got today is that I've got a couple of links up with some sales that we're going to look to. So if you guys have any good stores or have found anything good, please do share and send me a link on Instagram or something, so I can get it up and show people today. I'm just trying to spread and trying to find everyone. We're all like just curious, like having a browse. It's like window shopping online, isn't it? Like, even if you ain't particularly looking for anything, you just like to flick through the pages of the sales and see what's there. So yeah, we get back to it. But just to sum up our conversation about your collecting habits, give us your 3 current favourite brands that you're collecting.
You want me to start?
Yeah.
Contractually, I'm required to say my number 1 is Action Force.
Of course, I understand. Yeah, I understand.
My second favorite, I don't know.
Brats.
Yeah, Brats. Only the cars, though. Only the vehicles, not the dolls.
You can't see them.
I mean,
if he turns the camera around, it's just dolls all on the wall.
I don't know. So much about the Black Series
I was about
frustrates
to say,
me.
Star Wars has got to be for you.
Yeah,
right?
but a lot about the Black Series frustrates me. But when they put out something like this, it's like, oh, it's so good, right? But probably Legends. I forgot to mention it, but I did get the proton cannon modular Iron Man they put out.
Yep.
And that's really cool. I really like that one. No, you know what? I'll say Action Force, Mafex, particularly the DC stuff, because that's, in my opinion, it's like the one. Well, there's 2. One of the 2 really good DC lines that are coming out. The other one being Mezco, which they're not really coming out. And then I guess my third would probably be Legends. Well, as much as I complain about them, when they hit it out of the park, they do it well. Like that Galactus is awesome, man.
Yeah, but I think I'm writing a little poll in the chat now. I'm just going to ask the chat. I've put Star Wars Black Series, Marvel Legends, and I'll put G.I. Joe Classified as well. I'm curious what people think the current favourite is, because I think Classified right now is just getting better and better and better, and now the accessibility is getting easier for people. They're loving that line at the minute. But right, let me start that poll. Rich, new toys. I seen you show off Cyclops earlier. What do you think of Cyclops, and what else you got?
Really good. Definitely the best one in the VHS line. I think it's like all new. Well, it's not all new sculpting because it's like the Vulcan body.
Yeah, it's still new though in this year's context.
But the way like the straps are not like falling down his leg are good, and like I said before, he's taller than the Wolverine as well. So I mean, if they're gonna use this body for like Banshee, for Forge, that kind of thing, at least the like team will like scale together. So that'll be pretty good when those come out next year, I think. And then what else did I get? I got the Daredevil set as well. So I don't know with this Daredevil. It looks too skinny, I think, when you see it.
I want to love it so much more than I do, yeah.
But in hand, it is like, it's very plausible and it looks good. Like if you're like, I think like into ACBA, that kind of thing, then it looks much better. But standing on your shelf, I don't know. He just looks like he's like go to the gym or something. He just looks too skinny.
It's his chest. It's too narrow, and part of that is because of the butterfly joints, I think, cutting into the sculpt. But he needs to have broader shoulders, bigger pecs. Yeah.
No, these butterfly joints, I don't think they're that great either. Like the range of motion with these is not, like a figure arts, like a Mayfix type of thing. It doesn't go enough. Maybe it's just my one, but it's like the cut is not like deep enough. You don't get that much of a range of motion, I don't think, with this. I mean, it's a good body, I think, for like a Spider-Man or like a teen character, but I think for Daredevil, it doesn't look right to me. Whereas like the Elektra figure, like if that was only in red, it would be the perfect Elektra figure. They're gonna redo it in red at some point, but like it's all pinless.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be mad at it.
That head sculpt.
Hair's crazy.
Yeah,
that's
it's
nuts.
just
That's
really
cool.
great. It's like proper like 90s Elektra, but obviously she just needs a red headband. But yeah, really good.
The other head's great too. I think I think for my display I'll use the other head. But
I've got the red one from the Spider Wave, so I'm just gonna use that one.
Yeah.
Like I'm really hoping, like I know you guys don't like repaint as much, but I'm hoping like the leaked Elektra figure is just this one in red. But I think it's probably gonna be in a Daredevil costume from like the modern Daredevil run from Chip Zdarsky. But if this was in red, like I hope they get to it at some point in the next year, because this will be a great figure to get. And then
I actually don't have a huge issue with repaints if it's done right.
Yeah,
if it makes sense,
that new Venom that came in the 3-pack, that's a perfect repaint.
Yeah,
like I'm fine with that. It's different enough from Omega Red that it doesn't bother me at all. The kind of repaints I don't like, and I think I mentioned this on maybe 3POA, when they do stuff like carbonized or when they do cell shading, then it's like, come on, that's the kind of repaint that I'm like,
yeah. For me, cell shading, at least, not that I'm the biggest fan of cell shading, but at least it's a gimmick. It's the animated style gimmick, where the carbonized stuff is just carbonite. It makes I never like, and the little coins that came with it as well. It's just gimmicks, isn't it? It's just gimmicks.
I don't really use the term money grab. In the case of carbonized, I'll say money grab.
That's completely correct with the repaints not being good. But the Legends line in general, though, is like the reason we get so many characters and so many iterations of characters is because they can reuse parts, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think the biggest issue.
Really?
Well, I think the biggest issue is 10 years later, if they're still if they're giving us another Daredevil but on the same body that they used but with new arms or something. That's shit. They need to this Daredevil we're talking about.
Spoken like a true shill, Dan Williams.
Look.
Spoken like a true shill. Keep making those excuses, buddy.
It's just my perspective on my hobby. That's all it is.
Keep sending the checks, Hasbro. Keep sending
I'm waiting for the last one to.
He's good.
I'm waiting for the last one to clear. To be fair, so if it doesn't hurry up, seriously.
I'm surprised you can still talk with Hasbro's balls so far down your throat.
Tasty stuff. In regards to that Daredevil, though, I agree. In regard, I said, I want to like it more than I do, but like you, I don't think it looks perfect. Like I think on paper, an articulated Daredevil is what we want.
On its own, like it looks okay, but it's when you start putting other figures around it, that's when he just looks too skinny to me anyway.
Yeah.
To like what I think of as Daredevil.
That's
like
fair.
Some people out there might love it, but I don't. It's good, but it's not great, if you get what I mean, type of thing.
Hey, can I just respond to something from the chat?
Yeah.
Ginger Vita 75 says LASERPANTS spelled with a Z. Hates on the Joes, but has to say Action Force is his favorite. Did I hate on the Joes?
No.
I said I really liked them. I said I think they're doing great, and I said I have to like Action Force contractually. That
he also says
I mean,
LOL. I'm sure he's
yeah.
I
I know. I just want to make it clear. I wasn't hating on the Joes.
You're speaking to a guy who has a butt with a pirate's hat as an emoji in his live chat. Okay, like it's all good.
Where's this?
In the you can.
Oh yeah. The.
Do you know what I mean? It's all good.
I just wanted to be clear. I don't contractually have to hate on G.I. Joe, but I do have to contractually like your Action Force.
I get it.
I don't want to get fired.
I get it. Look, it's the same deal I've cut with Hasbro. I completely get it. You get
Bobby, keep the checks coming.
All your Action Force is free as well, right?
Huh?
All your Action Force is free as well, right? That's the deal.
100%.
That's what I'm
100%
saying.
free. Yeah, I just call up Bobby. Hey,
Yeah,
this is what I want.
exactly.
Send him the list. He sends them to me.
I get it. Hang on. Dan Young's calling. Not now, Dan. So I'm busy. My bad. It was the next wave.
This is why I'm everyone's favourite. I get nothing.
You get my heart.
I was
There
gonna,
we go. Away.
I was going to say, Tom, Mini Plastic Multiverse, if you're in the chat, email me those pictures of Daredevil because you made it look really good and I want to show them off to people. So, Tom, if you're watching, email me those pictures you took of Daredevil so I can show them off. But because he did make it look really good. But I agree. But while you're talking about that, I do, as I said, I have got them as well. Not opened them yet, but I've got a Daredevil set as well. I agree. Like Bullseye. The blue's the same, right? I know it sounds stupid, but the dark blue is the same. So I could use the better heads on this, on the all blue body, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. That's the plan. And it may be. I'm stealing.
You're welcome, Ginger Vitus.
What's he saying now?
Oh, he said thanks for noticing.
Oh, it's all good. Well, it is the Thanksgiving special, and it is Thanksgiving to my American friends. But for me, and I'm stealing this joke from Phil Jones, who Rich stole it from, who I'm now stealing it from Rich. So this is a third party joke, but it's Hank's giving over here in the UK, people, because I managed to get 2 of these at. Did you see my post on Instagram, LaserPants? Do you know how much I paid for these?
Okay. $13.99.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, £13.99.
There you go. Perfect. Good price for this, right?
It's almost like I'm friends with someone from the UK.
There you go. Crazy. But good price for this, right? Even for us with pounds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing price. I had so many.
I think the dollar and the pound are pretty even now, aren't they?
Yeah, solid. Yeah, they really are.
How about that?
Trust me, the UK's fucked at the minute. But
I know.
Yeah.
No, trust me, I have YouTube. I know.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway, Thanksgiving. So I found these. A lot of people messaged me asking where these were, and I have replied to those.
We have a special guest here.
I'll go on.
We have a special guest who wants to come say hi.
Okay.
Yes, it's Laser Mother.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hello from the UK. Happy Thanksgiving.
They said hello from the UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Nice meeting y'all.
Did you bring me some turkey?
No turkey.
Oh.
I brought you. Can I say venison?
Yeah, that's fine. Venison. I'll take it.
What's that?
All right. Bye.
Deer?
What's venison? It's the king's deer. That's what we did.
Not a clue.
Yeah.
You knew what that was, Rich?
Yeah.
Sort of posh people's food, that is. Deer.
All right, let's get the show back on track.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, I was saying
That's my fault. I should say sorry.
shout out Talker Art, by the way, who just subscribed. I thought he already was, so that's. What's he playing at?
You told me he didn't like you.
I'm watching him. But anyway, £14. I bought these from Forbidden Planet in the UK, but it's not the legit Forbidden Planet. It's the Forbidden Planet International. Now, shout out Craig, who posted that he found 2 of these at that price. So we were like, where did you get them from? and it happened to be Birmingham. Now, I don't live in Birmingham, but I do have an office in that city. So I was like, okay, that day I'm going to the office. Phoned them up, asked them to hold them for me. Apparently, and I asked them behind the till. I was like, how come these are out? Like, have they got more stock? Like, genuinely curious, because I would have brought more than 2. But apparently they found 4 at the back of a stock cupboard, and they put them out. Simple as that. And Craig managed to find them first. He grabbed 2. And then thankfully Craig posted on Instagram so we could see it, and then I managed to beat everyone else there. So there you go, that is the story. So unfortunately they are not getting restocked, which is what everyone was hoping when I found these. It was just 4 old ones that they found at the back of a cupboard. But yeah, could not say no. So I may, if I'm feeling in a good mood on the inner circle, give one of these away.
I think those are selling for around 50.
Yeah,
over this way
on Big Bad Toy Store for sure. Yeah.
Whew. Yeah. Ouch.
Yeah,
Ouch.
So I had a couple already for the display, but then I've obviously got Hellfire Hank lingering all the time, so I did want a couple more, but I didn't want to pay the crazy prices. But I will pay $13.99. So in regards to Black Friday sales and stuff, I will say that this is probably my win of the weekend for sure. I don't think I'm going to find a better deal than these guys. Cheaper than retail when they were out as well, weren't they? So that's pretty good. Not complaining at that. So that was my big takeaway. Also, Tom said he sent me those pictures. I'm going to see if I can find those pictures. Thank you very much, Tom. He has sent me those pictures. Let me get them up on the screen for the people. Here we go. Okay, so this is Tom, Mini Plastic Multiverse in the chat. These were the pictures that he was sending Brandon, I think, that convinced Brandon to get it. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. And when he's all posed up like that, you cannot deny it looks like a great Daredevil for sure.
California Red Devil just came through with the facts.
What's he saying?
Hasbro sent some complimentary Hank.
Oh, of course. Yeah, my bad. Sorry. My bad. That was
Can we tell the truth?
Yeah. Again, I do apologize. It is Thanksgiving, as I said. People know the score. People are regulars here. They know where my source is, my secret source.
If they only knew, you should tell them the real truth. If they only
I know,
knew.
yeah, seriously. That this is a green screen. I'm broke and I eat tin of beans for dinner. That's the real
on toast.
Yeah. That's not a US thing, is it? Beans on toast.
No. I work with a guy from the UK, and he told me about beans on toast.
Yeah, very.
And they said with cheese.
Oh,
with cheese, we put cheese. You gotta have the cheese.
Yeah, cheese on toast. That's great. It's delightful.
Do you not have beans in America? Like,
no, we have beans. We don't. I mean, I've
like,
never put them on toast.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when me and Amanda, when we were in America, we were asking for the baked beans at breakfast time, and they were like, "What are you talking about?" Like, they looked at us like weirdos. I'm like, "It's a normal breakfast thing," but no, apparently not. But anyway, back to Daredevil. Thank you very much to Mini Plastic Multiverse for the pictures. I will undoubtedly copy one of these for the display for sure. But there you go. That's how good he can look. But yeah, probably not the best figure to stand neutral. You probably want to get him up in a pose like that.
Yeah.
Let's challenge Rich. Rich, can you recreate this pose? Go. Time is ticking. I ain't got any fancy music. Have you got a show called Countdown in America?
No.
Oh, okay. That's got like a timer tick. Never mind. Come on, Rich.
I don't think no way.
Yeah, you can. I believe in you.
How does it like that? Like that?
Yeah, it's all about the angle, isn't it?
What is he? What?
There you go. Kind of.
No.
That's all wrong.
Don't like it.
Where's his arm? His arm's on his back. He's even using the toe pivot there on the bottom foot.
There you go.
Oh, see, he's posing him like Daredevil's posed like Hasbro, right? With their balls, and then Dan is going to come in from below
With some beans.
with some beans.
With some beans. Pose down, says Phil Jones. Yeah, there you go. I'll give that a generous 7 out of 10, Rich. That was generous because I like it.
Rich, they put the toes on him?
Yeah, he's got the hinge in the feet as well.
Ah, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's the pinless, the newest Renew Your Vows 2-pack body. That's
okay.
That's
It
exactly.
looks skinnier for some reason.
Yeah, it's odd, isn't it? It's odd. California Red Devil says, Rich doing a Daredevil Rubik's Cube. Northern Nomad, beans on toast, yuck. Northern Nomad, are you from the UK or US? I assume you can't be from the UK if you say that. Everyone loves beans on toast. Great work with the Daredevils. There you go. People saying good pictures. Yep, good pictures for sure. Okay, so in regards to Black Friday sales, have you guys actually brought anything yet from the Black Friday sales?
Yes, I bought an Isla Sakura Black Series just because I waited on it, but then when it was cheap, I was like, oh, I'll get it.
Okay.
So wait, Isla Sakura is in stock at your UK Pulse?
Yeah, and they had loads of things. They had the Retro Beast and Retro Scorpion were in there, but they sold out within the first hour. They went straight away.
Yeah, let me get the picture up. Here we go. So we're going to go straight into some Black Friday sales, people. All right. So if you found any decent stuff, please let me know on the Instagram DMs, and I'll get some. I'll get the images up for the show. But let's start off with, because again I'm contractually obligated to say that Hasbro Pulse had a sale up, season saving sale. If you're a Pulse member, which I'm not even a Pulse member, by the way, which is crazy. People can't believe it, but
well, you don't have to be.
Of course. As soon as I said that, I was like, I shouldn't have went that direction.
Yeah,
but it's seasons savings, so 25% off for Pulse members, and then 20% off for non-Pulse members. And like Rich said, they did have some pretty newish stuff in regards to Scorpion, Beast, the new Black Series wave, the new Legends waves, I think, were in there as well. Anything else of note, Rich? Obviously a lot of old stock, but there was some new stuff in there.
The Black Panther wave is in there. That Power Rangers comic book color swap set that only came out like a couple of weeks ago. That's, I think, the newest thing in there. But yeah, mostly most of the same. It's not like, because last year with Pulse UK they didn't lock it, so for the first 24 hours everything that was in stock was in the sale. So it was like we were getting like the What If wave, which I think had only come out that week, was in there,
and the exclusive stuff as well.
And then after like the 24 hours on the Friday, they realized what they'd done and then locked it out to just like things, like certain things. So that's what it is. It's not everything on the site. There's no pre-orders. It's just what's in that list for there.
According to best sellers, I don't know if this is legit or not on sales, but Tiger Force Duke and his Ram, and also the colour swap Power Rangers that you just said, they're on the best seller list. But yeah, Beast and Scorpion sold out relatively quick. A lot of the retro stuff.
So it's so funny. Half that stuff is not on Pulse over here because it's like store exclusive.
Of course, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Again, that's the advantage of the UK not having store exclusives. It's all just in the regular places. Smaller stock. Like, I think a lot of people are finding it hard to get the cel shaded Spider-Man. Like, if you didn't pre-order that, you're not finding it. I've still not found that in stock anywhere. Like, it was in pre-order and then they got sent out and never went back in stock. Usually stuff goes back in stock after the pre-order initially hits, but not that one. But is this the newest wave, these guys?
I get, yeah. I don't know.
I think
they haven't shipped yet. I know I ordered that Darth Maul. It hasn't shipped yet.
Yeah, I seen that today in person, that Darth Maul. I went to Smith's. I brought these. This is what.
Are you trying to make me angry? I don't.
No, I brought these from Smith's. Let me jump back real quick. I forgot to show these. Okay, I got to catch them all. Okay, so I'm going for Gen 1 Pokemon. There's
I haven't seen that one yet.
Gyarados, and this one's brand new as well. Snyder. I know that.
You know what's funny about those? What's funny about those Pokemon, right? Is like that. Those are the Jazzburs, right?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Pokemon outside of that Detective Pikachu movie, right? My kid loves Pokemon.
I can imagine, yeah.
So I see those figures at Target, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna love these, right? So I bought him a few. He did not care about them. I'm like, these are awesome, right? And I got the first 3, and I got collector brain, so I'm like, I mean, I want to keep going with the collection, right? Even though I don't know what the hell they are. And so I'm like fighting with myself in my own brain. Do I buy them? Don't I? And I haven't yet, but man, it's tempting because they're really well done.
Yeah. When it comes
Great articulation.
Right now, there's a new Pokemon game literally just come out this week, I think, Scarlet and Violet. Now, I haven't played the games in decades, like literally. But I am super nostalgic for the Gen 1 Pokemon. So that original 150, 151. So that's, if I see them, I have to get them. And I've got a little mini setup going on. But they are so accurate to what you remember in your head. And as I always say, for me, if something is my mind's eye in plastic, then I need it for the shelf. So yeah, anything Gen 1, I'm getting. And those two are picked up, they're Gen 1. So out of 150... I think I've got about 30 so far, but they've definitely not even made half of them yet. So a long way to go.
Wow,
but I
that's
think
a lot.
they're relatively like inexpensive, like in regards to the other action figures and stuff we buy. That Snyder was like $7.99 or something like that. You know, so.
Oh, I haven't even looked at the little ones. I'm just talking like the big ones.
Yeah.
That are like $20 or something.
Most of them in the UK they go on sale. Like Jazzwares is plentiful. We have in the UK we've got a store called Smiths, and they just have so much stock. You can sort of talking about sales earlier. You can sort of guarantee things will go on sale in that place. So
well, of course I know Smiths. I used to watch Glenn Webb.
Yes. That is definitely the biggest UK sort of toy store these days. Anyway. But yeah.
Did you get anything from the Pulse Black Friday? I mean, I know you didn't. You get it for free. Rich, did you get anything from the Pulse Black Friday?
I got the Isla Sakura, and I did get a retro Blue Beast as well.
Yeah, that Blue Beast may or may not be for me.
I got a couple things, and as I added them to cart, I just realized, they're saying 25% off, but this is just what they cost.
Yeah,
what they should cost.
Last year's prices, basically.
Yeah, it is. It's last year's prices. Like I got the Black Series Sergeant Creel for $20, so I was happy to get that at retail. And then I got another bat, GI Joe classified bat for $18, which was about $2 below retail. And then I got the Fifth Brother Black Series, which I hated the Obi-Wan show.
This guy.
I thought it was complete trash. Yeah. But that Fifth Brother will look very nice in my Rebels display.
I've not seen Obi-Wan or Andor or anything like that yet. But are there actual 5 new villains, or is that just their names?
Well, Inquisitors are like they're trained by Darth Vader in the ways of the Force to be evil.
They're like hunters,
but they're not
Jedi
like
hunters,
they're not fully trained, so they're not actually Sith.
Okay.
They can just kind of use the Force well enough to kill people a lot. And they have ridiculous lightsabers, which I actually don't really like the lightsabers. But I did like the show Rebels, and that I think that's the Fifth Brother we're going to get for Black Series. I don't think they're going to do like a Rebels version. I'd love to be wrong, but I did get him for my Rebels display.
And the one next to it that on the screen is the one you got, Rich, the blue woman.
Yeah.
I thought she was like one of the people that danced at like Jabba's palace, but Brandon got really mad at me when I said that.
The one that had a lightsaber.
Well, yeah, Brandon got mad at me when I said that, but I was just I thought she was. That's how much I know. But yeah, they're all on sale. I did get I said to Amanda earlier, I got a book. She says I need to start reading more. So I got this...
Are you going to answer Talker Art's question?
Oh, what's he say? I have not seen. What's he say?
He wants to know, I don't... I really don't get the joke. Like
Dan, who is the most pineapple between... Ryan and Dan is the most pineapple between Ryan and Dan. I don't know. I don't get what he means either. I don't know. Break it down.
If you have to explain a joke, then it wasn't that good.
Yeah, most pineapple. Does anybody get that? Am I just being stupid, or does anybody get that?
Well, I'm stupid too then, because I don't.
Most pineapple. You get that, Rich?
No.
Break it down. Come on. Right.
You guys have pineapple over there in the UK?
What's a pineapple?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, yes.
Do you put it on pizza?
No.
Rich, come on. You put it on pizza, right?
I wouldn't put it on pizza. No. I wouldn't do you put it on? You have a Hawaiian pizza, Ryan.
Listen, that's all I eat. Have you seen me?
I'm not one of those like pizza's like fair game. You can put whatever you want on pizza, I guess. But like, for me, I wouldn't. That's all.
Have you ever tried it?
I think so, yeah.
And you weren't impressed?
No, not for me. I guess what I'm saying. I'm not like super against it. It's just not for me. Not my preference.
Well, I don't like beans on toast.
Have you tried beans on pizza?
No,
UK delicacy, that is.
No, are you serious?
No, but you can buy.
Okay.
You can buy.
Because I was going to try it.
You can buy a baked bean pizza. You can buy a baked bean pizza though. Anyway, let me get back to my book.
Fine.
Did anyone recognise this book?
Dinosaurs by Ian Malcolm.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I like it.
That's the actual book that the Ian Malcolm character writes in Jurassic Park.
Well, who really wrote it? Because Ian Malcolm's not real.
Wow.
Wait, do you open it up and it's actually like a dinosaur inside? Ah!
Amanda was
That's
wild
cool.
mad at me when I showed her this because she wants me to actually read a book. And I was like, I brought a book. And she was like, I bet it's for the action figures. And I was like, hey.
You gotta go.
Hey, Camilo, shout out to the Philippines.
He
They
says,
put pineapple on pizza.
See, I'm now by myself, talking to myself. That's chaos there.
it,
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they didn't
you
start
can hear it,
to-
right? He says like all his quotes. He has loads of them. It's not just the same three.
Dinosaurs on your dinosaur correct.
Yeah.
That's definitely a Mattel product.
Oh yeah, for sure. I pre-ordered this so long ago.
Lights and sounds. Hasbro would never do that.
No, yeah, but yeah, I am a sucker for the since they've stopped the actual Hammond collection, the 6-inch scaled versions. I think I've sort of fouled back into getting the 3 3/4 because they're going all in with that this year with the Hammond collection. So I pre-ordered this at the Mattel Creations website. I don't think it ever went on retail, but it was only £25, and to ship into the UK was okay at that point. I think it's changed now. Now it's pretty nasty, but that's where I got that from anyway. But it sort of works. Like that could go on a shelf, bookshelf, right? No one would know.
Yeah.
Right, it fooled the missus anyway. That would do. That was worth the price.
I was very disappointed when they ended the Amber collection and started the Hammond, because I was in on the Amber.
Me too.
The figures weren't great. The dinosaurs were great though.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved again the 6-inch scale. For me, with my miscellaneous shelf, if everything can scale together, I'm happy. So like 6-inch Jurassic Park figures were like, yes, perfect. Give me all the humans. And I say this all the time, but they didn't give us Timmy and Lex. They literally gave us all the human characters, main sort of human characters from the first film, but not Timmy and Lex. If they gave us Timmy and Lex and maybe a vehicle, do you know, one of the Jeeps or something like that, perfect. I would have been happy. Kill the line if you want then. But to kill the line without giving us Timmy and Lex in that scale, piss me off.
That's if they would have given me Timmy and Lex, I wouldn't care if they ended it.
Exactly.
But no Timmy and Lex, that hurt.
Exactly.
Rich, what's so funny, Rich?
I just thought this line was like the old men line. That's all it was. It was like old men on the shelf. Like, what kid is gonna buy these? Like the dinosaurs were good. But like these
I think
figures,
that's
just
why it died. I think that's why it died.
Now, I know you guys don't have a lot of brick and mortar over there where you go on a toy hunt, but here in the States, I rarely see kids in the toy aisle. I always see overweight white guys in the toy aisle. Okay, and I see them, and it's like, and they look at me, All right.
I see videos all the time of Matchbox collectors. Like, I didn't realize like
Those
toy
guys
cars.
are crazy.
Yeah, like
those
they seem to be
guys
the worst.
are. Yeah, don't get in their way because that 75-year-old man will punch you in the throat to get his Hot Wheels.
Yeah, I've seen crazy videos of people just literally dragging, not even looking at what they're buying, they're just dragging stuff in a car just to stop other people from getting it.
It's the Pokemon cards and the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's what I see people over here. They just like run to that aisle and just grab in like all these cards. Like, and I'm like, what?
I feel like that phase is over because Target for a while and even Walmart had to keep Pokemon cards behind the counter and like dole them out to customers, like 1 or 2 per customer. And now they're just kind of back on the shelf and they kind of sit there. So I think that was a big phase through the pandemic, and it's been dialed back. Same with action figure collecting. Like my pegs were bare for 2 years, and now the pegs are just clogged.
Yeah,
Maybe
the shipping distribution was a mess. Maybe they didn't lie to us after all. Who knows?
that, and I think there's less people buying them.
Oh, that's for sure. 100%. I'm looking around thinking there was something else I wanted to show, but I don't think there is. Okay, let me go back to the sales. Let me go back. Because I did, talking about Joe's, you talked about Joe's. I have actually brought some stuff. So Rich picked me up a Blue Beast from the pool sale. Thank you very much, Rich. And also, so 30% off on the Disney store. I think this is both UK and US. So Shop Disney, they do stock a lot of Legends, all 30% off. So it's actually better to buy your Legends on the Disney store because you get more of a discount than you do on the Hasbro Pulse store. So if you're after Marvel Legends and you're like trying to backtrack on the Black Panther wave or whatever, then I think Disney Store's your best option. That's what we worked out, right?
Yeah, and they've got the Khonshu wave on the Disney store as well. They've got even newer figures than what...
that is
Hasbro
literally the
Pulse have got.
latest Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure wave out right now.
And they've got 4 of the VHSs as well, haven't they? They've got like Jubilee, Wolverine...
Of course, yeah. Shop
Hulk,
Disney exclusive.
And Storm as well.
Yeah.
You guys both buy MCU. I mean, Dan, you don't buy anything, but you still collect the the MCU stuff.
I pick and choose. I'm not all in
yeah.
on MCU, yeah. So I haven't got all of that Khonshu wave. I've got the 2 zombies, and I've got Howard the Duck as well.
I just I'm keeping my MCU shelf, pre-Endgame, and the Spider-Man stuff because those movies rock.
Have you seen the new Black Panther movie?
Not yet. I'll wait for streaming.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. Definitely the best.
I've heard.
One of the best of Phase 4 for sure. Phase 4, as a big MCU guy, has not been great for me. Like Thor: Love and Thunder, the bar just got dropped way low. Like that film nearly ruined the MCU for me. Hated it.
Which one?
Love and Thunder.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah,
I agree.
So like
The thing with Phase 4, because it's like all this like cinematic universe now, is like they said it was like built into something, and you'd find out by like the end of Wakanda Forever what it was going to be, but it doesn't. It just seems to be like an in between phase where they didn't really know what they were doing. It doesn't really seem like I don't know what's going to be next type of thing. Apart from Kang is coming, that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's it. That's the only thread they've sort of give us. Kang, that's it.
And the multiverse, really, that's the only other thing they've introduced.
Variants and stuff. But again, if you're only watching the movies and you've not watched that Loki series, people ain't going to fucking have a clue. Like the casual fan that just go and watch the Marvel movies in the cinema ain't going to have a clue what variants are because they need to watch the Loki series. So you sort of do have to watch it all to be fully aware of what's going on. Tac in the chat, thank you very much, Mark. He says, I had to murder recently for a Funko Pop. You shouldn't admit that stuff out loud, Mark.
Mark, yeah, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
You can't.
Funko Pop, that's a low bar as well, isn't it?
Thank you very much, California Red Devil. He's just gifted 5 channel memberships, which is perfect timing because I'm doing an inner circle this weekend as well. So thank you very much, California Red Devil. Spreading the love this evening. I appreciate that. Here on Thanksgiving. He's got that Thanksgiving spirit. I'm thankful for you, my friend. So that is Greg Finstad. They'll all scroll up on the screen while I'm talking. Greg, Daz, Craig, Carl, and John. You have all become channel members thanks to the mystery of the YouTube algorithm. But please, if you're lurking, you must be lurking to get a channel membership. So please thank California Red Devil in the chat.
So, that's cool. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah,
gifted. So did they get a membership for 1 month for free?
Yeah. So
basically, like California Red Devil paid
for
their membership for a month.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. You like that channel membership thing?
Yeah. For me,
YouTube offered it to me.
For me, right? I've always been very transparent with my YouTube stuff. Like, people,
you're a shill.
I'm a shill. I get everything for free. But even still, people don't realise I have a full-time job. Like, that is my job. That YouTube is not my job. People still in the comments think I'm a full-time YouTuber. Ridiculous. I have a full-time job. YouTube is my hobby, my passion project, and like, I want to give my time and attention to the people that actually support the content that I make, because you're a content creator yourself. You know it takes time, effort, energy, and if I'm going to do a live stream or whatever and have guests on, I don't want just to give any random sods some time on screen. I want to make sure I'm giving my time and attention to the people supporting the content and actually showing support to the channel. I understand not everyone can, which is absolutely fair game, but if they can, I like to make sure that I give them some special attention. So like, Legends and Liquor is a show based off channel memberships, and like everyone who's on screen now, we're building like this like mini little community for the people supporting the channel. So there you go. So I like it. And I do think if you've got a loyal, consistent following that just genuinely want to just support, and basically it's their way of showing you they want to continue seeing you do what you're doing. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, you said it would take time and effort, and I immediately was like,
oh, okay, fair enough.
No.
Yeah, other YouTubers.
So
do this.
I'm curious to know how many Dan Hoovians would join a 3POA membership. I probably won't do it, but
well, for me, I always thought to myself, obviously, there's always going to be a section of people that are just going to blindly support regardless, which is amazing, by the way, absolutely great. Like, people are just like, oh, here's a couple of books, love what you're doing, continue doing it. That's amazing, and I appreciate that. But I also wanted to make sure that I had a tier, a level that actually gave something a little bit more, and that's where the Showing Some Love and Membership Club come from. If you're in the members club, you literally get to be on the channel. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're in the members club, you get to be on the channel while being on my streams. Like, it's an open door, and I will give people time to like promote what they want, say what they want, and like be heard, people are just excited to share their hobby. So yeah, I really like the concept is all I'm saying. And it was much better than Patreon because people don't like understand the concept of Patreon, where people live on YouTube, so it's a much more familiar sort of setting for them. So I like it is all I'm saying.
You like getting fat stacks.
You don't get fat stacks. YouTube still take 30% of everything, and I'm very
yeah, they do.
I'm still very humble, and obviously I'm a small channel, and I have a small section of people that are channel members. But again, that just means there's more. It's easier for me to give them the attention they deserve. Thank you very much, Marvelous Nerd, as well. Happy Thanksgiving. England is losing tomorrow. You think England? You hope England are losing tomorrow. There you go. Okay,
Tac would. Oh, Tac, you would?
There you go.
Nice toy. Oh, you guys.
See, and he's just paid me.
I'm blushing.
And he's just paid me to say that as well. That's how good Mark is. Mark's a good
You don't
guy.
get free Action Force figures for joining the 3POA YouTube membership. Just so you know.
Talker, I don't know if he wants my attention or something, but he said, "Trust me, no one thinks you're a full-time YouTuber, but we do think you're a full-time shill." The shill thing is really boring. Just boring. Like, you like what you like, I like what I like, and let's get on with our lives.
It's not boring.
No, it is pretty boring. It is pretty boring, especially the people who don't like Talker. I know he's stirring the pot, he's winding up, but it is pretty boring. Like, you can like what you want. It's absolutely fine. It's
personally, I don't know Talker Art to be a pot stirrer. Personally,
but really, I don't know the guy. I've seen him online, and he likes his wooden spoon out. He knows it. Super Scroll says, "I thought your full-time job was living rent-free in the Elite Legends mind." Yeah, who's that guy as well? Ridiculous. Don't get me started on that nonsense. There you go. I'm a free POA replay crew regular, says Jay's Toys Collection UK as well. There you go.
Yeah, thanks to everyone in the UK for listening the next day, because we got a lot of views that second day.
Yeah, for sure.
And I assume it's people who are out of the time zone or have a life and they go out on Saturday nights.
Yeah. Thank you to Rush. Rush said Dan's channel memberships are worth it because he actually makes the crew a part of the channel more than any other YouTuber. Thank you very much, Rush. I appreciate that. I try and give people the time. That's all I'm trying to say. I appreciate the support is all I'm trying to say as well. So thank you. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue with this nonsense shopping, because I have spent more money. And this is probably where I spent some money as well. So this is Star Action Figures in the UK, by the way, people. So Star Action Figures have just started their Black Friday sale today, and all of the new 6-inch retro Joes are now £13, £12.95, which is really good. That's like less than half price, really. So that's Baroness, Destro, Gung Ho, and Lady J, all on the retro card. And then also, just randomly on his own, which is the one I've pulled the trigger on, is the Alley Viper. Again, only £13, which is a really good Joe with all the accessories, etc. as well. So, yeah, if you want to start army building some Alley Vipers, then get to Star Action Figures right now.
I didn't get any Alley Vipers just because I didn't care for the look, the bright orange. But man, those retro figures are £12.95. Those are Walmart exclusives here. We'll probably never see them on clearance. The only one I would want is like Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
The others I didn't care about. But
for me, I'm not collecting these on card. I think I brought an extra Baroness so I can have the one I originally had on the bike with the helmet on. And I might get a Snake Eyes and a Storm Shadow to keep on card just for FOMO. But other than that, it's the opportunity to get these characters again. And I do think like they are more Sunbow stylized, as in regards to Destro has the actual eyebrows on his helmet.
Sure.
Like in the animated show, so some people may prefer that preference. But
if you're gonna keep them on card, you need to get those vinyl cases, though, because
they're so thin. Yeah,
they're so really thin. They just bend and crease or whatever.
Yeah, no, the card backs are so different to the Legends or even the Black Series ones. They are really thin and flimsy for sure. But
I will be back in 1 minute.
Yeah, carry on, cool. But if you are in the UK, Star Action Figures, and again to the US as well, they are like they ship internationally. So if you are in the US and you've got some stuff you wanted to pick up, and you wanted to just throw in a couple of bargains as well, Star Action Figures do international shipping. So I think that's probably the best sort of mini sale that I've seen today, because those Joes are relatively new, and it's also an army builder as well. An army builder at that price, you can never turn your nose up at. Tac Tac Toys with Film, back Ali Viper for that price, lads. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I got a couple for sure. Had to. I wanted more anyway. I actually had a couple of Ali Vipers in a cart somewhere else. Like, just hadn't. I'd resisted pulling the trigger, so I'm so glad I waited because it's always nice to see Army Builder on sale. You've got the female Joes, right? You must, I think so.
I've got I haven't got that Baroness, but I have got that Baroness actually. I've got both, and I've got that Lady J as well.
Yeah, nice. I was just saying, Ryan, that this is Star Action Figures is one of the UK independent stores that do ship internationally, and I don't think the prices are too crazy as well. So, yeah.
I mean, honestly, £12.95 plus shipping would be a little over retail for me, I'm sure. And I don't want any of them that much.
No, of course. I'm just saying for anyone watching on the replay or anything like that, there you go. I know some people like to get their Legends from Star Action Figures because, again, the UK get lucky with getting their Legends quite a bit early. Okay, what else? Okay, so the Entertainer in the UK, 66% off. The only real good things I've seen on the Entertainer are the TMNT Power Rangers 2-packs. They are like £20, so basically half price on here. So did you get any of those Power Ranger Turtle sets, Ryan?
I got them all.
Yeah.
I love that comic book. So yeah, I bought them all at retail thinking, boy, these are going to sell out because the comic book was so good. Of course, everyone's going to want them. No, they're sitting around, man. I would like to get maybe two more of the Tommy as foot soldiers. Yeah, but I haven't seen them on a good enough sale for me to buy more. To have a couple extra foot soldiers.
So here they are, still 66% off. You're right though, considering it's Tommy, you wouldn't expect these to still be here. But still, hang on.
I mean, they're 25% off or 20% off with your member on Pulse, and that still wasn't enough to get me to double dip on those. But maybe one day, I don't know. But or I'll go without.
That's the best thing I've seen on this website anyway, is what I'm saying. Entertainer is another big store in the UK. They have got some Legends on here.
They've got the Age of Apocalypse wave and the Retro Falcon for like £6.50, I think. Yeah,
Retro Falcon and the White Vision, £6.50, and then the whole Retro and then the whole Age of Apocalypse wave 2 is £6.50 as well. So you can get that whole Builder-Figure wave for like under £40, including the Builder-Figure.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
There's no sale. Well, I haven't seen any sales like that over here.
Yeah, Shriek as well. The Shriek body. If you just wanted to get a couple of Shrieks to like switch up and be a Black Widows on the shelf or swap heads or whatever, £6.50 as well for the Shriek figure. And again, that only came out at the start of the year in that initial wave.
I actually did that, and I made a Black Widow on the Shriek body.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I'm like, I don't know why I did this, because in 2 months we're going to get a Black Widow on that body officially from Hasbro.
Yeah, of course. But,
that's the way it always is, right?
Yeah, of course. But still, we haven't got it right now, and we have an option to make it right now, so we can if we will. But for $6.50, it's not a bad idea. Tiger as well, 75%.
I like how you have fully just embraced and given into your addiction, and I'm like trying to fight it a little bit.
I just full-heartedly love the Legends line. Simple as that. Like, people want to mistake it for shillingness for Hasbro, whatever you want, whatever makes you sleep at night, absolutely fine. But I just love the Legends line. Simple as that.
I like that you could take a good ball busting.
Yeah, all good. We're British. It's all good.
I didn't think you could take it as much as like Tony and Bobby can, but you've been good so far.
Yeah, it's what taking it or receiving it. It's dependent.
I'm really giving it to you.
You're on the clearly. I'm trying to stay on track as well, and like I can see comments, and I'm like, okay, just ignore.
I keep just taking the show off the rails. I apologize.
Shout out to Rich, always showing some love for Tigress. £6.50 she is on the Entertainer. So if you've got an Entertainer near you, definitely get an extra Tiger. I think I did get an extra one for the shelf. There's the Bratz car on Amazon. Now, when LaserPants shared this on the Free POA podcast Facebook group, I clicked the link to show off on today's stream, and it was in stock at that time. So after Ryan shared it in the Free Pro A Facebook group, it's now currently unavailable. So it's sold out. But I think I did see Tom, Mini Plastic Multiverse, say it's still in stock in the UK.
Hit me up, MGA. I will shill harder for you guys than Dan does for Hasbro. Guarantee it.
That's some hard chilling. It's gonna take some hard chilling.
It's hard.
It's gonna take some hard chilling. But there it is. So the Bratz car is still there for sure on the UK site. But if you're in the US, you're gonna have to hit up Ryan and maybe he can help you out. But there it is. It was in stock earlier, gone now. That was what I was thinking about buying. This isn't a sale. This was just what I seen Robo's review and really liked it. And I'm thinking, where can I buy this? So I started looking around, and I didn't mean to show this off, but I was sort of having a browse.
Isn't that the way it goes? Like, I loved this movie as a kid, right? I haven't seen it in years, but I see the figure like a year ago go up for pre-order, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I should get that. Nope. I'm going to be responsible. I'm not going to buy the mask figure. And then I see Robo's review, and I'm like, I'm so stupid.
Yeah.
I'm so stupid. Why didn't I get that mask figure? Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I seen Robo's review. Like I was aware of it, but I thought, I don't usually do the third-party stuff with the clothes because it doesn't always look great. But I seen his review and I was like, that works. I don't know what for the character, the mask, and the comedic. I just liked Jim Carrey in the 90s, Ace Ventura and the mask were my go-tos. I think I had them on VHS and would watch over and over again. So just for the miscellaneous shelf in scale with my other stuff as well, which is what I really like.
I always get a little nervous with some of the third-party or bootleg companies like this mask figure is made from, but that one is really well done, man. It rivals Mezco quality.
Yeah, for
sure. It's a great figure.
Yeah, just him standing on the shelf carrying those bags of money on in scale with the other stuff I get. I am very, very tempted. So not a Black Friday thing, people, but that was just me window shopping for the mask. Here's Valorverse. Now, of course, brought this on for the co-host of the main host of the Free POA podcast.
It's my turn to shill.
But there you go. Shit away, my friend. So Action Force have got a good sale on right now. Do you know what it is to break it down to the people?
No, not right now. Tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So actual Black Friday, not Thursday.
Black Thursday, yeah.
Yeah. It's 20% off any order. If you spend between $100 and $199, you get a free item. And if you spend over $200, you get a free item and free shipping. And you better fact check me on that because I only read through it once.
Yeah, no, I think I had a little read earlier, and I think if you spend between $100, if you spend over £100, essentially you get a free gift. But it could be a comic, it could be an accessory pack, it could be a figure. It's a random free gift. But if you spend over £200, then you are guaranteed a free figure. Like the free prize, the free gift is a figure. But under that bracket, then it could be anything else. But there's still obviously great stuff. This line, you said this is just shipped out for you. The special deployment series. Will this be in the sales?
So the only ones that I ordered from Dorkside were the Infantry Trooper. They're exclusive.
Yeah.
And those are on the way. I should have them early next week. The SDS, like everything else that wasn't exclusive, I ordered through Valverse, and they should be shipping out very soon.
Nice.
And by the way, SDS is not part of the Black Friday sale. Black Friday sale is like Series 2 and before.
Yeah, that's what I was. Series 1 is not really in stock anymore, as you would expect. But I think most of Series 2 is, apart from maybe the Army Builders. I do think the Delta Trooper's still in, though. And the
Delta Trooper is, but I believe the gear pack is already sold out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, gear pack, sold out.
I wouldn't be surprised if, older stuff keeps coming back in stock over the next year or so. We know that the SDS is like Steel Brigade and the Swarm Trooper, right, getting a re-release. Bobby said that he's going to do Carrick and Bone Collector again. I wouldn't be surprised if we get more re-releases from Series 1.
This is the one I didn't get, and I've seen other people get it, and I've thought...
You got to get Trigger.
Yeah.
Trigger's awesome, man.
Yeah, I've seen people showing them off. Tom was showing it off on Joe's and Juice, and I was sort of thinking, okay, I need to get Trigger.
That's like Articulated Ninja's favorite figure from the line.
I definitely want it now then. Yes.
See? You got to do what he says.
Of course. Everyone does.
He has the second best channel on YouTube behind me.
Of course. But breaking news as well. Tom in the chat has just said that the Bratz car is now sold out in the UK as well. So someone watching the stream has bought it.
MGA, hit me up. I'm telling you.
There you go, breaking news. And then that was it. And so, is anyone in the chat, throwing it over to you guys now that are here now live with us, has anyone found anything good? I know it's not technically Friday yet, so some stuff may not pop up until tomorrow. But is there anything good worth sharing with the community people in regards to sales? Rich, have you seen anything else, or have you, like me, just having a look around?
No, I think like the best are probably the Entertainer, that sale. There's a few bits on Amazon. Amazon were price matching the Entertainer up until yesterday, so they had the AUA figures for £6.50 as well.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's like a UK Hasbro thing where they got a bunch of like extra stock and put it out there for £6.50, but they've all gone back up to like £20 now on Amazon UK.
The retro, that retro wave that had like the female Loki, the regular Loki. I was just getting. I was trying to like avoid that wave entirely. But at £6.50, you can't not just get one just to have on card, just for whatever, just for FOMO. So yeah, I think I've ended up getting them all now. Of course, I had a couple of Tigers. Of course, I did. Of course, I had Tigers.
I kick myself because I could have got that retro carded Spider-Man. I could have got extras of those on Amazon for like $18.
The first one, the original one.
The OG from like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Because that thing, I mean, I could have funded like a couple of more waves if I bought like 2 or 3 extra, because they were selling for over $100.
Yeah, crazy.
And I didn't,
Yeah, I brought a whole case. I knew that wave would be hot, and I brought a whole case when it came out. So I had a set to open. I brought a whole case. I know what everyone's thinking. Well, I know what some people are thinking. I brought a case to open, a case to display. That's what's on the wall behind me. And then I brought an extra just to sit on for a little bit because I knew it would be popular. And yeah, that wave undoubtedly was popular.
You keep forgetting the air quotes, but.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, so that Spider-Man still goes for a pretty penny. Even though I thought, like, the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man would sort of knock the value down because that is the pinless version of it, but it's the retro card that keeps the price high. People love the retro cards, so
this one seems to be like selling everywhere as well. It's like...
That one's cool. I can't wait for that one. You guys got that? You guys got that?
Yeah, it's like in stores now. You can get Infinite Planet as well. It's like everywhere.
Yeah, in stock. It's like again, I brought mine from In Demand, but Star Action Figures have them all in stock. They had them all in stock earlier, but I think they might have sold out of. Okay. The two obvious ones have sold out straight away again: Dark Phoenix and Spiral. But they've been popping in and out of stock for the last week or so. So the whole retro X-Men wave. It is.
Well, I mean, you remember the first Spiral? How much that was selling for?
Yeah.
So this Spiral will go probably even higher, and then you got the Army Builder in there, the Multiple Man. Those G.I. Joe retro cards too, man, for £6 or whatever it was.
Yeah. £13.
I would get a couple cases and just sit on them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Not physically, because they would be destroyed.
Yeah,
but
those flimsy cards. Very flimsy cards.
I'd put them in the garage. I'd put them in my garage.
I understand that. Yes. Yeah. And the retro cards, as I said, they're disappearing for a while. Whether they come back or not is a different story, but they are definitely disappearing for a while. So it's the retro card that gets people. It's that nostalgic factor to it. That's an attachment. And there is still going to be a retro, like there is another wave of G.I. Joe retro with the Storm Shadow and the Snake Eyes and the I think it's the Crimson Guard and one more. Who's the last one?
You don't have those yet?
No, not yet.
Oh.
I think some of them are in some places, but I haven't got any on pre-order.
No, we don't have those yet either.
Yeah.
It's weird this year because it's like with Marvel Legends, I think apart from the movie waves, we've got everything first. But then it's like the Power Rangers, we are like nearly 6 months behind getting them type of thing. Because I think you've just had like with the Lightning Collection, the newest wave with like the new Black Ranger, the Dino, Thunder, Yellow figures have just dropped over there. And then we're not getting them till like February. It's just, I don't get how it works where it's like we get things like so far ahead of you this year. And then the other things you were getting before us, you'd think they'd be getting them all out at the same time type of thing.
It's only Legends. Other lines we don't get first. It's just for some reason. It's Legends.
but that's what I mean. You'd think if the Power Rangers wave is getting out, do you think everywhere would get it like around the same time, but then US gets that, and we get it 6 months later. Whereas like we get like this retro X-Men wave, and then you might not get this now till like January, February next year type of thing.
No. I think it's all shipping logistics. I think UK is smaller.
Yeah.
Right? It goes from the port straight to whatever warehouse you're buying from. Star Action Figures, right?
Yep.
The port here that gets all the Hasbro stuff is in LA. Well, Pulse does ship out of LA. They have like an LA warehouse now, but they also ship out of Georgia on the East Coast. So if you're trucking stuff across, I mean that takes time and
100%. Like you said, it's logistics. It really, really is. The UK, people just forget how small the UK is. It's as simple as that. We're tiny. We're tiny people.
Yeah, it does come down to logistics.
Yeah.
And also, you shill so hard. For Hasbro
Of course,
that
yeah. So because I shill so hard, the
They-
UK, it's like a magnet for Legends to the UK.
The UK
should thank me really for the amount of shilling I do
Yes.
for the Legends to come. So yeah, I get it. I understand.
They owe you a debt of gratitude.
Of course they do. Of course they do. Of course they do.
You're like the Robin Hood of action figures.
Yeah. And talking to Legends, thank you, Hillphones in the chat has said that Dark Phoenix is in stock right now from Hasbro Pulse, so they're there. They're readily available if you look around the retro wave, which is technically the last wave of 2022. We are assuming the first wave of the new year is going to be the Puff Adder Builder figure wave, which we probably will see at the end of the year.
How does that Phoenix stack up to the OG from the 2-pack?
I prefer the colour palette of the previous one, like the darker colours, the translucent hair. But there's no denying that the Shriek body is a better body. But I put up a poll on my Instagram asking this very question because I was curious, because when I did my review, the comments were like fighting back and forth, where some people were like, no, the old one's better, you know what I mean, how it is usually. So I put up a poll on my Instagram just to sort of ask the question, and it literally ended 50-50 after 24 hours, and the votes were close as well. I've got the numbers here, so there's, again, it won't focus, but I'll read them out loud. So 49% for the retro, 51% for the card back, for the true exclusive, and it was 337 votes for the retro and 346 votes for the Toys R Us exclusive. So very close. It's very split between the community, which there's no right or wrong answer. Like with anything, it's like just like what you like, but divided.
I got to say, seeing them side by side there in your picture, the original color palette is hands down much better.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
But I would love that to be on the better body, if you know what I mean. So
Right. Yeah.
Do you agree, Rich?
I mean, I like this one because this looks to me like the John Byrne, like the classic comic book run, because it's like the more gold maroon one is like more modern, where they've like retold Dark Phoenix. So I don't hate this, but I can see why people would prefer that look. But this looks more like if they put cell shading on this and put it in a VHS set, it could have been like part of the VHS wave. Like it's that kind of look with the primary colors type of thing. Yeah.
How's that cake?
Cake.
Her cake.
Even I was like, what? Marvelous.
That's an Anthony's Customs thing. He always looks at the figure's cake now.
Oh, okay. Marvelous Nerd says LaserPants has the best British accent. Is that true?
No.
No?
Well, not according to Tony.
Oh, okay.
He says it's horrible.
Just good Scottish one, though. I don't know.
Scottish? No, I can't do it.
What's the?
I always like go straight towards Scotty. From
Star Trek.
Star Trek. Yeah. Can't do it. Yeah.
What's the Brazil score, chat? Keep me updated on that. I haven't seen an update in a while. I'm very curious. Last game of the day. Does anyone in the US care that the US and UK are tomorrow? I'm curious. In the toy community, where's that connection with the football?
I mean, look, outside of Toy World here, I actually have a lot of friends who love soccer, and they're all about the World Cup. So
yeah, it's the World Cup.
It's not like it's unheard of here, but you take like the World Cup or really any soccer, it doesn't compare to football or even baseball at all.
What's funny, right? I was having this conversation again this week because of the World Cup, obviously. In America, they have like the World Series. Yeah, is that a baseball thing or a basketball thing?
Yeah, baseball.
Yeah, the World Series. But yet only teams from America compete. and they call themselves the world champions at the end, but they don't let any other countries compete. So how can you?
I mean, do you think they could though? Honestly,
Maybe
like Puerto Rico,
Maybe.
South America. They love baseball. In fact, a lot of the best baseball players from down there, they come to the MLB to play here because that's where all the money is.
In the UK, baseball, these like rounders, it's a game that girls play at school. I'm just saying. Like,
That's fine. I'm actually not a baseball fan.
I'm not trying to offend. I'm just saying how it is. Like, that's what it is
of course
in the
not.
UK.
Yeah.
No. Like, I think basketball had more. If they actually put some effort into it, I think it would be okay over here. But
when girls play it here, we call it softball, and that's not a joke.
Oh, okay.
Isn't
it the same thing though? Like the same sport?
The ball is bigger.
Oh, okay.
And they pitch underhand.
Yeah, no. It's the World Cup. I as a neutral, I always enjoy it. But again, UK, England. I like supporting the home nations. But England have got to face Wales as well. Like Wales and US already drew 1-1, and I didn't see a lot from either team, to be fair. So I'm not too worried.
I mean, I wouldn't expect the US to do well. Has the US ever done well in the World Cup?
Not really, no.
Yeah, no.
No.
Here in Seattle, we have the Seattle Sounders, and those games are a lot of fun to go to. I enjoy going. I do not follow American soccer at all.
I'd love to see, like, I see clips online of American soccer chants and stuff, and they're like, I don't know, like really, I don't know, just, I don't know how to explain them, but it's just so different to like the UK vibe of football. It's so funny.
Just say it, they suck.
It's not that they suck. It's just that they're very playful. Like they're very like playful and like I don't know. Like
they run like this.
No, I mean the chants.
Is that what you're saying?
The chants are all too nice. The chants are all like, come on, I can't know. I don't know any fucking chants, but they're all too nice. Is my point.
Yeah.
Where in the UK, it's like just an excuse to be abusive and be dickheads, and it's hilarious.
I think it's nicer because here we have guns and people don't like getting shot generally. Yeah,
very true. The gun crime in the US is something you need to worry about. But yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, unless you also have a gun, and then you worry about it less so.
Then yeah, and then it's like the Wild Wild West. It's whoever draws quickest in that situation. Yeah, okay, I understand now why people are more nice.
Who has the biggest gun?
That's why Americans are just more nice in public, because they're concerned someone may have a gun. That's pretty funny.
Are you saying British are rude?
Yes, we are. We don't want to speak to anyone. When the British go to the shop, right, if we go to the supermarket, we just want to walk through the aisle, buy whatever we're buying, go home and have as least human interactions as we possibly can.
That's an English thing, or that's
what I'm saying.
I can go to anywhere in Wales, and you go anywhere, and be like, oh yeah, like don't even know they are. Like, hi, how are you doing? Like you go to London, people will like. I said hi to a woman once on the train. Oh hi! She thought I was like a stalker. I thought I was gonna like jump her or something.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. That's not a criticism. Again, if people, the UK are just dickheads essentially. But
England.
Okay.
I mean, I experienced that like every couple of weeks with Tony. He's a dickhead.
Yeah.
But besides that,
yeah, it's funny.
Not so much. Like I really like Rich.
Apparently,
you're great.
Mini Plastic Multiverse has informed us that the US got to the World Cup final back in 1930. So there's a little bit of history there.
Really?
Apparently so.
Did not know that.
1930. Can you name the starting 11 of that team?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
I thought this would be a big deal within the US schools and stuff. They teach this stuff. We made it to the final.
No. They don't teach that.
Fair enough.
They don't even teach us how to do taxes. You figure that out on your own when you hit, in your 20s.
No, that's the same here as well, unfortunately. That's like, no, you can learn actual useful stuff outside of school. You want a mortgage?
Right.
Wait until you finish school to figure that out.
Yeah,
funny. Craig says, no, just you, Dan. Okay, fair enough. I'm a bit rude. I can be a bit rude if I want to be, but I can be a nice guy too. Depends. It depends if you give me free toys or not. See what I did there? Never mind. Okay, I'm looking at the poll in the chat I started earlier, just talking about action figures. Which action figure brand is the best right now? And again,
now, how come you only put Hasbro brands in there?
It wasn't in my attention. It was just what we were speaking about at that time with Legends Black Series and Classified. But you're right, it is all Hasbro brands.
Are you gonna put like something like Masterverse, Action Force?
I'm not allowed. I'm only meant to show Legends in a positive light. Do you know what I mean?
Makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
sorry about that. I do apologise. I should have spoke to you
The
beforehand.
first step to recovery is admitting you have a problem. So.
Yeah, 100 of those votes are mine as well. But you're in a Legends lounge essentially. But anyway, let me end that poll. But Legends, I thought, to be fair, I put that there thinking Black Series would get high marks, but Legends still won, so it's all good. You can all stay. Everyone's allowed to stay. Everyone's allowed. I don't talk to them. They talk to me. Friendly face, you see. It says Cheeky Monkey yes. There are some weirdos out there is all I'm trying to say. Just be careful who's speaking to you. That's all. Be careful. Be aware. I wish someone a Merry Christmas in the street on Christmas Day walking to work and they freaked out. Yeah, that is a very... You can think, what the fuck? You speaking to me? Like looking over their shoulder. Yeah, weird. It's weird, but it's true. Okay, just scrolling through.
Where is Cheeky Monkey Kiara?
Cheeky Monkey Kiara is the better half of Jay's Toys Collection UK.
Okay.
So
cool.
yes, they're sort of in the middle of the UK, I believe. Their full address is... I'm joking. I don't know. They're in the
Jay's. I like Jay's Toys Collection. He says, "I love how LaserPants gets our British humor." Hey man, I've seen all the Monty Python stuff and
we're sarcastic
and Red Dwarf.
dickheads. Yeah, Red Dwarf. Yeah. Yes, very funny. Yeah, we're just sarcastic idiots. Like sometimes we know what we're saying's more offensive than funny, but we just say it anyway.
I don't think you guys are that offensive, honestly. I think you're mild.
Some people think the UK humour's offensive. But I think it's just
I don't
the words.
really find anything.
I think it's just the words we use. That's all. I think it's the words that we use that people find
bloody
offensive.
hell.
Yeah, very offensive. Very bloody hell. Yeah. Bloody hell's like bloody hell is like our nice way of trying to avoid swearing. Like bloody hell's not a swear.
I got in trouble for saying bloody when I was like in junior high.
Why?
Like I'd heard it. I said in school. I said something about the bloody thing. My teacher was like, "Hey." He's like, "Don't say that. That's a curse." And I'm like, "Huh?"
No, it's
definitely. He's like, "Yeah, it has to do with the female's menstruation."
No, I'm like, that's their own connections there. They've got some stuff to deal with.
So it doesn't have to do with the menstruation?
No, it's just bloody hell. Phil Jones says, I was in a pub in Cardiff and Cheeky Monkey Kiara said hello. I was freaked out. That's true. They did see each other once, and Phil says he's not quite recovered since then. But that's why he changed his identity to Hill Phones, and he's tried to live a new life. But it's not quite worked out for him. US made it to the semi-finals in the 1930s World Cup, but it was back when there was less participants and only 4 teams made it past the group stage. From the group stage straight to the semis. Oh, okay, that explains it. Back in the day, Articulate Hero says Monty Python / Little Britain USA and the British Office are some of the best shows ever. Little Britain, is that the David Williams?
Yeah, I think they've had to cut a lot of Little Britain out.
I can imagine that can be very offensive in this day and age with
and that's only like 10 years ago, but
yeah.
That's how fast things change now.
Yeah. The American Office is pretty good though. I've seen that. I like that. Completely.
The British one is better.
No, I don't disagree, but I'm just saying the US one's good. The US one is pretty funny. I remember Benny Hill, says Norman Nomad.
Yeah. I remember the infomercials for Benny Hill. I don't think I ever saw it.
Jordan from Canada says, cheers Dan, Who Crew and LaserPants. Happy Thanksgiving to our friends in the States. Indeed. You too, my friend. You too.
Hi, Jordan. I was up in your country a couple weeks ago.
Canada. Never been to Canada. Do I need to? What's in Canada?
It's like the 51st state.
I've heard it's cold.
A little odd. It's cold.
Yeah, I heard it's cold.
Yeah, no, Canada, you can barely tell the difference when you cross the border from the States to Canada. I went up there and went to a toy show, saw Ken Poe from Toy Connections. He had a booth up there. Really nice to meet him. It was good. The prices were great at that toy show, man. And the only thing I bought was some video games and a Wii U for my kid. I didn't buy anything.
I do see I see D Blake Makes doing the rounds at like toy shows and stuff, and I do get a little bit jealous. We don't really have many toy shows in the UK at all, to be fair. So
you should start one. You might be surprised.
Maybe. I think there is like one big one that I'm going to try and go to, but it's on like Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. So I've got to try and make that happen. But yeah,
I think Toy Fair's back to in person this year as well in London in February, I think it is.
Oh, the actual like brand Toy Fair. Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. That's the more official one though, isn't it? There's not exactly stalls and stuff selling retro toys. It's the
that's like official releases.
Yeah,
for
I'd just like to
retailers to buy this.
Yeah, I want to go to like a toy fair, a toy show, which is like just retailers selling retro stuff and just browse and just find stuff I forgot existed. That type of toy shows. But
there was one in Birmingham, but it was the weekend you were in MCM.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. I thought I'd be able to go to both, but after my absolute nightmare travel home on that Saturday, I did not get up the next day, unfortunately. But okay, cool. I'm looking at the time, and I know Rich has got to go, and I also know it's Thanksgiving, so I will. We can wrap this up. But I do appreciate everyone sticking with us today. Again, today was just it's Thanksgiving. People are busy. We're just here to have a general chit chat, and we did not want to break tradition with So Laser Trousers.
If no one else will say it, I'll say it. This is your best show in a year. This
At least
has
a
been
year.
the best show you've done in a year.
In a full calendar year.
Since like last
I appreciate
Thanksgiving.
that.
Give or
It's probably the nicest thing you've said to me in this whole stream, so I'll take it. Thank you very much. I'll hold on to that.
Hey, I mean, you got nice hair too. Little quiff, I like it. Oh, come on, look at that. That's great, man.
Okay.
I can't do that.
Look, I appreciate you regardless, Laserpants. I'm a fan of what
I
you do.
appreciate you too. Thanks for having me on.
That's
I
all
appreciate
good.
it. It's always fun. Rich, I'm so glad I got to talk to you in person. I'm a big fan.
I just sit there and laugh. That's basically my only like.
That's all you have to do.
contribution.
Just sit there and laugh with that pretty face. That's all we need from you, Rich. You're great.
Well, tell the people where they can find you online in a more official format.
Oh yeah, so I'm at LaserPants81 on Instagram or 3POA Podcast on Instagram. I'm also on the 3POA Podcast on YouTube with my buddies Analog Toys and Bobby Valla. And we weren't gonna go live this Saturday, but we're gonna go live this Saturday now. We didn't want to keep everyone waiting 3 weeks, so we're back this Saturday. We're gonna be talking about independent toy lines, some Kickstarter, some Big Bad Toy Store exclusive stuff, maybe a 1/12 scale car. We'll be talking about that. And also the Loose But Complete podcast that I do on Wednesdays with my buddy Jeremy, aka Authority Figure. It's all on the 3POA podcast YouTube channel.
Beautiful. The links are in the description, by the way, people, to the Laserpants' Instagram and, of course, the 3POA podcast channel. But I'm sure you are already well aware. Rich, where can they find you?
On Displayed Once on Instagram and here some Thursdays.
Thank you very much. Well, I appreciate you both. And all jokes aside, Laserpants, as I said, you already know. I'm a long time fan of what the nonsense that you bring to our toy community. And you're always welcome here. As I said, I'm a sucker for tradition, so you're always welcome on Thanksgiving or whenever you're free.
Look, who else can cross between the haters and the shills
I know, it's
YouTube
crazy.
channels?
It's crazy.
I can't think of anyone else, honestly.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. The labels people put on it, but it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But
Well, as a hater, I want to thank you for having me on
you're welcome.
your channel.
You're
That's
welcome.
very nice.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I'd love to come back if you'll have me.
Probably not.
Although
now.
I won't blame you if you don't.
I'm checking, absolutely fine. No, it's appreciated. All fun and games. As thank you to everyone in the chat as well. Much appreciated. You know I love yous.
I've got to head off because I've got to go and pick up my brother, but I will catch you all again.
Okay,
right? See you
goodbye,
later,
goodbye,
guys.
Bye,
goodbye,
Rich.
goodbye,
Yeah.
bye. I just want to say goodbye to the chat before I go. Bye, Rich. All right, Rich is gone. All right, and then there were two. You can be the new Rich M. Can you do a Welsh accent?
I like female action figures.
I'll see what he thinks of that later. That's pretty funny.
Okay.
Talker, I call
Hey,
Crike.
Brandon, do you have Hasbro's balls down your throat?
Corcorat's asking a similar question. He says, Dan, sorry, a little off topic. Can you give me some pointers on deep throating? I'm trying to get some product samples. Like, I know he loves. I don't even know how to address this. Like, Corcorat is not an idiot, right? He knows. I don't get free shit. Like, so stop winding them up because people look at that and believe it. Do I need to start
I don't know if anyone believes that.
Do I need to start showing receipts, people? Ridiculous. For God's sake. If
You should start a new Instagram that says Dan Who's Receipts.
Look, I've been on YouTube for a good while now, right? And like
how long?
Years at this point, right? And I've always been this way. Always been this way. Go back to my first videos. I've not like suddenly hated Legend. Now I suddenly love them again. I've got sent. What have I got sent this year free? Let me count. Nothing. Not one thing. Nothing. Not one. They haven't even sent me Blue Beast. I did the reveal for Blue Beast.
They didn't.
No,
They didn't send you a free.
No,
What?
I've not got nothing. Not one.
You promoted it for them. They didn't send you anything.
No, I've not got anything.
I wouldn't promote anything for him anymore.
Not a single thing. That is the God's honest fucking truth. And the ridiculous, like, some idiots on YouTube say, like, make up some narrative, make content about my content on their channel, which is weird as it is, but whatever people want to do. It's a free country. But
Who does that?
Idiots who do that. Idiots. But they make up this narrative, and then people that watch that content start to believe this false narrative, and it's like just ridiculous, right? I like Marvel Legends. So fucking what? It's all good.
I think he's just busting your balls.
I know
man.
he is. No, I know he is. I know Talker is. I know he is. But what's funny is there are people out there that genuinely think that shit. So he's clever enough to know how the game plays, but there are people out there that believe that shit. I'm in a safe place here. These people know I can talk to them. But I did want to promote before I get out of here, people. On Saturday, the exact same time with the Free POA podcast, I am going live. No, I'm not really. No, I'm not really.
Just say, don't watch that.
No. It'll be way before that. You don't go on until like 3 in the morning, or maybe later. No, maybe
5 o'clock my time, so it'd be about 1.
Oh yeah. No way. I'm not. I won't. Don't worry about it. Absolutely fine. I'll be watching with my headphones on in bed. It's all good. So Saturday, people, 26. I only do the inner circle every now and then, very sporadic. But the missus isn't in, so I'm going to do a later stream so some of the US people can get involved. So please do this. I think I've got my intro for it here as well somewhere. No Legends of Liquor this week, but this is basically just another glorified Legend of Liquor with a whole different gimmick and the title. But yeah, Inner Circle this Saturday, the 26th. If you do want to be a guest, do let me know via Instagram DM, and I'll start creating a little list, and I'll try and literally get everyone who wants to be on the show. Simple as that. We go for a couple of hours, so be it, and just talk about it. Whatever the fuck. You bring the topic to the table, we're talking about it. Simple as that. Let's have some fun, talking toys on Saturday night. But that's the last thing I wanted to say before we get out of here. Again, Brian, thank you very much. Go and check out.
Emotional, damn it!
I'm sorry about that.
It's all right.
If I caused you any.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I needed to get it off. It was because Talker Art. It was his wooden spoon. I seen his spoon and I was like, for God's sake. But it's all good. Yes, Inner Circle people, I appreciate you. LASERPANTS, I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Free POA podcast links in the description as always. And until then, you will see me Saturday, and then I'll be back next week. Where I've got some Legends to review this week, and I'll get at it. But I will be doing some giveaways Saturday. All right, so some duck races probably are going to be happening. All right, so if you like that nonsense, then that's what will happen. See you then. Goodbye. Wave them out.
Later.
Wave them out. I've got to seek this. I've got an end screen.
Good day, mate. Is that British? No.
It's down under. So. Down under. Right. Okay. We are definitely not live anymore. 100% not live. I promise you. What do you think of everyone?
I thought it was great, man.
You sure there's no one you dislike there? Is Rich really as nice as you thought he would be?
I love Rich. I was being genuine. I actually really like Rich. That was not a joke.
Suspicious.
Are you serious?
Well, he left early. I was like, what did he do? What did you do to offend him?
Do you think he left because of me?
Oh, yeah. He's had enough.
No, you're kidding.
Oh, he'd